Yeah, so Geology of Jasper National Park and surroundings region was a great map that I picked up from the. It was actually like a really small museum on one of the back. I say back roads. You shouldn't say back roads. I'm talking about Jasper. One of the roads at the like the far side of the town from the highway. There's just a little museum. I forget what it's called. I'm going to inform everyone immediately.
What was I talking about before as well? Oh, I remembered. Okay, I'll let Ethan finish and then I'll share.
No, go for it.
Okay. So it's not really. I don't know if I can consider it a meme, but I'll call it a meme. But somebody did artistic, like original character, out of character, quote unquote OCs, I guess, of like like country leaders, but they're like queerified. So Biden, I know for sure, is like a she they, and then there but it's like also in like Omegaverse as well, so like there's alpha and betas and omegas, and I'm like, no.
I know what like 4 of those words mean.
Okay, explain. Say which ones
don't curse him with this knowledge.
I don't want to
I've seen these before.
Okay, so just imagine like a wolf pack. It's essentially wolf packs for humans.
There are 2 wolves inside you. They're both world leaders.
Biden and Obama. I think like Trump was and these are all like the male. It was like Obama, Trump, Biden, Putin. I believe, I don't think Trudeau was a part of it, but there was, I think, like 1 or 2 more. But like between the 4 of them, like Trump was he was like dating a lot of them. But I don't know. It was that I've seen once in a while. It'll show up on either like my Twitter or my Pinterest or something, and I'm just like, yeah, I forgot that exists. Thanks for reminding me. Greatly appreciated.
Do you have your Pinterest curated for gay ships of world leaders?
No,
you don't.
No, I have Pinterest.
Do you have Pinterest?
No.
Oh, well, fuck you then.
Pinterest is for women.
Don't. No. Do not insult me. You can insult me. It's okay. Pinterest is for like old white ladies.
Yeah, no. I don't think I know any dudes in my life with Pinterest. Every single person with a Pinterest is trying to make their room look nice and is also female-ish.
Okay, 2 of those don't apply to me because
I said female-ish.
Oh, okay. Female-ish is fine. Fair enough.
I may not have said it very loudly, but I did intend to say female-ish.
That's okay. That's okay. But I also don't have Pinterest boards devoted to home decor or wedding gowns. I've got them devoted to like video games and art references and Man Ray from SpongeBob and like queer ships from specific games that I like.
You've shown me
There's
your,
one for Resident Evil.
Manta Ray one.
Your
Man Ray.
Manta
It is
Ray.
extensive.
It's like 6 pictures.
It's not very much.
But it's diverse. There's a lot of pictures of him. There isn't like I added all those pictures because there's no other pictures of Man Ray on Pinterest for some reason. Don't know why. Oh, you found it! Oh! Or you found, this is like...
Multiples.
Multiples, yeah. These are different kinds.
Thomas Jefferson Miku binder is horrifying and started terrible things.
What the fuck are you talking
about? Dude, Miku binder, they all have
Miku
binder.
You sent them in chat.
Don't look in general. This is the first time I'm going to ask you. Do not fade these in slowly.
I'm not
over
going
top of the Don't do it.
Why did you put them in general if you didn't want...
That's just the Clone High version.
Listen, listener, look up Miku binder Thomas Jefferson at your own risk, alright?
Miku binder was...
Oh, I hate the Ben Shapiro one.
There's
he doesn't
lots.
deserve the bisexual nose piercing.
There's lots. Trust me. Anyway.
How did you find these?
I know things. my Twitter banner was for a while was something along the lines of "I subsist off internet scum."
Yeah,
I like
it's
checks
it's
out.
how I live.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. Just look it up.
Yo, you guys like the color blue? What is that? What? Oh, yeah. No, I get it now. There we go. Mark it down, everyone.
Yeah,
Your,
I'm fine.
fuck, bingo cards. Shit. Weezer reference at, what's my recording time? At 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
5 minutes in, we've talked about nothing but gay political leaders and Weezer.
None of them are even gay. It's just... Ugh.
We're talking about the gay ones. Okay.
I don't know if that made it
Which
into
is
the
all of them.
recording. We may have been talking about that beforehand.
No, I started recording before we talked about it because I wanted to talk about it in the recording. Because I was like, this would be funny to bring up maybe, but if you want to keep it in or not, that's up to you.
We will see.
Yeah.
The museum was the Yellowhead Museum and Archives, by the way. That was my thing. Anyway.
Oh, thank you.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, It's a great place
I don't
for
think
all
I've
of
been there,
your
actually.
geological map needs.
I'm sorry. I'll go there with you. I won't go there by myself.
I'll force you to go there.
All right. Well, that's fine.
I want to
I'm
go.
fine with it.
I know you want to go.
I want to be included.
All I have to say is museum.
Oh, that's true. Like a dog, my ears perk up.
Don't say that after we talked about the Omegaverse dog. Don't.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
That's your Chris brain making those connections. Okay.
That's true.
The
That
rest
is
of
my
the
bad.
world outside of your head is currently fine with that.
All right then. That's yeah. Okay.
I'm not a furry.
I mean.
No one said that.
If anything, Connor's more of a scaly, but that's okay.
Don't say that.
What?
Put it in the title. Big
Connor's a
red
scaly?
text. Oh, dude, I already know. It's gonna be nothing related to this topic, but you're drawing like a scaly Sona for Connor.
Please don't.
to-
I don't want to.
I'm fine with that. I could do-
I'm fine with that. That's 2 for 3. Yeah, this
Yeah.
podcast is run by democracy.
It is. 2 out of 3. Sorry,
Yeah.
Connor.
But if I cut it out of the recording, none of you will know.
You said that last time and you didn't cut it out, so my
Did I? I probably forgot.
yeah.
Yeah, once again, our best editor who has not edited in any images we've ever requested.
I believe it's 5 currently.
Is it 5?
5 or
We've done-
6.
We've done 6 episodes, probably requested more images, but that's fine.
I
It's
think in the
okay.
Piltdown Man one I put a couple in because that was my presentation, but
You're so generous.
I don't even know if you put the
I don't
images in.
remember.
Well,
Maybe I
I
didn't.
don't think you
I don't
did.
think you did.
The moment
It's
I
just-
hit upload on an
I'm pretty
episode,
sure you
it's
did.
gone from my brain.
And it's
Fuck,
in
the
the vault
moment
now.
when you hit stop recording.
That
It's in
too.
the can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Send it to the theaters.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is the last cracker I'm eating.
Oh, you're still
That's
eating.
intelligible.
I'm sorry. I thought you had finished.
No, I'm good. It's just to hold me over.
We're gonna get some good audio out of that.
That's right.
The ASMR of me putting the cheese back in the bag. I think it's cheddar. Sharp. Shit, can't close. Okay, there we go.
We're off to a
And half an
great
apple.
start.
Oh, don't worry. We're doing great.
You're so welcome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We asked for this.
9 minutes in. It's so good. Hold on, I'm giving.
Oh my god.
I'm almost ready.
You said you were
Yeah.
ready 15 minutes ago.
I
Before-
said I was getting ready. When we start recording is just,
Wait, are you not recording? What?
I'm recording.
Oh, okay. I just
Oh,
heard.
no, I'm recording.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good. All right. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, I've been ready.
We've been ready for 10 minutes.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
okay.
Just
I
okay.
was born ready.
I was born ready 10 minutes ago. Hopefully I remembered the introduction.
It's not that complicated. I don't know why you guys
It's the
can't
order. It's just
remember
the order.
the intro so much.
I know. I'm sorry. Hi. Welcome to Don't Even Get Me Started, a podcast about presentations about stuff. I am Ray. Joining me are Connor and Ethan.
Hello.
Yo.
And my presentation, as you could see, sorry audio listeners, Just starting off a little blue.
Don't apologize. Go to the YouTube channel.
Just go to the YouTube channel. Again, do what I do. YouTube channel on the left. Audio from Spotify or Apple Music on the right. Turn off the audio on YouTube. Bam, you have best of both worlds.
And more importantly, we get 2 views.
Yes.
That's right.
Indeed. But yeah, I know you guys already know what the presentation's
We got
gonna be.
spoiled.
Not really, to be honest.
Yeah. You don't?
Not really.
Did looking at, like,
I mean, I
opening
have
it
a
up in
vague
the
idea,
title?
but not more specifically.
Okay. Well, strap in your seat buckle, dog, because I need you to click
That's
4 times, Connor.
Why is it leaving dots?
okay. Oh, you
What?
have the pen on.
You have the pen.
Drop penis. No. His brain
God,
rot
it's
is
Among
spreading.
Us.
Wanted the laser pointer. There we go.
It's Ace Attorney. Click one more time for me.
I'm glad Phoenix Wright points a gun at the Amogus.
He does.
Good angle. Yeah, good job on that
That's
part.
good. That's good. The only thing I support this.
It looks like the Among Us is like flying away like a fly, and it left like a little trail behind it.
I agree. It
That's
tickled
the
his
spine
nose and
curvature I was
left.
talking about. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's, I still don't. I don't like that spine curvature image.
Do you
You
remember
just
what I'm
drew a
talking
line
about,
on a
though, about this?
person.
Yeah. But I was correct. It was like that's what their spine looked like. We're not gonna get into it right now. This is totally different.
This is different.
Spinal. Mm-hmm.
Different spines.
Yeah. Pretty much. They're very different models. Ace Attorney models are very known for being broad. Very broad men.
Big boys.
Big boys.
Big boys.
But yes, it is Ace Attorney. And if you want to click one time for me, Connor, that'd be great. Beautiful. What?
I love how you're getting extremely specific with the amount of times you have to click after us being upset with him being able to transition a slide.
Look, I hear
Click
just
one
slide.
time for
It's
me.
like, gotta
Just
click,
move to
click,
the
click. It's hard. You
I
try
do put a lot
TAing.
of... Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing good so far. I mean, I know exactly how many for each because I wrote it down and I didn't want to make Connor's job hard by saying click and then something shows up and then whatever. Like, I'm prepared.
You've prepped more than any other episode so far.
Really? I
Yeah, in
guess.
total.
I mean, this one I did spend a lot of time on. The Lady Mary one, though, that was like a semester worth of knowledge.
I wasn't saying for you. I was saying for all the combined total of the podcast. This episode is the most prep with you getting notes.
I had notes on my first slideshow, but that one, I mean, wasn't great because it was 50 slides, and I forgot that we weren't doing hour-long pieces of the first episode. So, you're correct. This is the most prepared one. Yeah, so Ace Attorney, what is it? Some people listening might not know what it is, but it is a video game. I believe it's Capcom.
What does
that
video
released it.
game mean?
A video game is where a game is on a TV or a video something, a device.
Can I have it on my phone?
No.
Oh, good.
Mobile games aren't real. Well, I mean, I've heard about some like niche
have you never heard
games.
of Clash of Clans?
I was.
I know
well,
that's
have
not
ever
where you
heard-
were going, but
That's
like,
not where I was going. I mean, that's one of them. I know of that one, but I don't know if you guys know about Plants vs Zombies. But
Ray,
that
we
one's
can't
kinda-
put in jokes in the episode.
Especially because I don't think anyone from that friend group has listened to any episodes
No,
That's
I
yet.
don't
that's so
think they
true.
have.
That's so true. You know what?
We haven't bullied them hard enough.
Told her to listen today.
Oh,
She
Oh,
won't.
she won't.
she probably won't. That's okay. But yeah, Ace Attorney is a video game. It's considered the first courtroom battle game. I don't know what that is. I believe it's just back and forth debate. It's like a visual novel, but with some puzzles and some like interactive things you gotta do. But it's mostly like investigate lawyer stuff, and then sometimes there's like make this vase look like a badger, or let's spray luminol on this sports car to see if there's blood on it. Stuff like that. It's a great game. First game released 2001, October 12th. I believe all of us were born at that point, not to out how old we are, but
Bionicle started
are.
that year too.
Fantastic. Of course it did. It was truly meant for you. Was it close to your birthday, or was it?
I don't remember.
I
think it was earlier in the year.
Oh, okay. It's probably that. Maybe. Who knows? The first game, I believe, was on the Game Boy Advance, which is just the first game. And eventually they ported it to DS, where they made 2 sequels. And then they made a 4th game, which I believe was also on the DS. And then after that was the 5th and 6th game, which I believe was also... was 3DS, I want to say. And then there's also ports on the Wii. You can play it on your Android, your phone. You can also play it on PlayStation, Xbox One, Steam, and the Switch, which is the one that I have. I'm a late Ace Attorney fan. I got into it. I don't know if... I mean, Connor and Ethan are obviously know, but I'm a Game Grumps fan, and so when I saw them play Ace Attorney, I watched it. I was like, shit. Yeah. Yeah, that was wow.
We're well
God.
aware.
Yeah, thank you. So that game kind of just like plagued my brain. I have the Trilogy, which is what we're probably going to talk about here, so if you want to... actually, briefly. So there's 6 mainline games, that's what I was talking about. Then there's also 2 spin-off games, which we will maybe get to at some point, which I've never played them. I heard they're horrible. I don't want to put myself through that kind of torture. There's 2 prequels, technically, and then there's a crossover game, and... do you guys want to guess what the crossover is?
Call of Duty.
You guys would get it. You're close.
So it's a hold on. So it's a crossover Ace Attorney and
Halo.
who?
Another game.
And another popular game series.
Another like investigative game series, I'll say.
Halo ODST.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an investigative series.
That's
I
the
believe
one.
that.
I remember playing that game, and the blood look reminded me of tomato sauce. It was just so thick. Like,
Yeah, the blood effects in Halo are kind of weird.
yeah, it's kind of weird.
Blood effects in that time were weird. Original Modern Warfare 2, get some jam on that screen, put it on your face when you're...
When was ODST, like, released between the mainline games?
2009, I believe.
Oh, okay. Was that after 2?
It was much after. The game's called Halo 3 ODST.
Oh, I thought ODST was a different one.
No.
There's Reach 1, 2, 3, there's 4. And then there's another one.
2009, I was correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Infinite, and 5 is Guardians, ODST, and Reach. Also Wars and Spartan Assault, and a couple others I've never played.
And Wars 2.
So ODST
And
is
Wars
separate
2.
from 3, or it's the same
Yeah,
thing as 3?
it's a spin-off game.
Okay, that's what
You've played this game. I know you have.
I know. I'm just asking, like, between which games, like, in terms of...
It takes place during 3, I think,
number.
if I remember right. That being said, it's been a while. This is off topic.
Was the crossover with Scooby-Doo?
No. I like that answer better. It's
Was
a
the
crossover
with
O.J.
Supernatural?
Simpson.
No, that would be kind of good, though.
We're aware of the Supernatural, or is that fake? Is that a fake thing I've
it's
seen on
real.
the
No,
internet?
that's real.
That's
The real
real.
episode.
Okay, just need to make sure.
Yeah.
Was it Batman? I'm just naming things I know.
Better Call Saul?
At this point.
No, it's not, but I do have
Oh,
a
that'd be
meme that I
so
saw
good.
today.
Holy
That
shit,
was-
that'd be so
That would
good.
be really good. There was a meme I saw where it's like, if you're guilty, it's like, if you're guilty, yes, go to Better Call Saul, and then if you know, go to Phoenix Red.
That's his name, Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. That's what it said, man. I don't know. No, it's a crossover with Professor Layton, which is another like investigative
no
game
idea
was
what
ported
that
for
is.
the Nintendo. That's fair. If you're not a Nintendo bitch like I was, or most people, then you probably
mean
wouldn't have
was?
heard of it. Is remember, like this is like DS era, so like some people were Nintendo bitches. It's
The only game that was good on my DS was Lego Battles.
damn.
It was just
So, there was
StarCraft
also
with Lego.
Damn, that's pretty cool. So there was this another spin-off game. Technically, I guess it would count as a spin-off game where I'm sure maybe you guys have heard of this one at least. Marvel vs. Capcom, where you get to see Phoenix Wright beat the shit out of Marvel characters, and then there's like a little scene where Edgeworth and Phoenix are hugging each other while She-Hulk is about to rain judge justice on them, which was pretty good. It's a I'd say a decently well-known picture for like at least like Ace Attorney fans, maybe Marvel fans.
I know of Marvel
should've.
vs. Capcom, but I don't think I've played it, but I did not know you could even be Mr. Ace Attorney in it.
You can be Mr. Ace Attorney, and his assistant has a gun. It's great. There's no guns in. Okay, there's a lie. There is guns in this game, but they don't wield guns in this game. His assistant, we'll see, is not fit for gunnage, and we will talk about that. So Connor, go to the next slide. We're gonna talk about the first 3 games because they kind of match each other. As time will go on, it'll be clear that they are kind of in their own like little sections. We're looking at the first game, the sequel, and then the squeakquel. So the first one, this is the one that was ported from Game Boy to the DS, and the other 2 are the DS ones. But as you can see, there's a nice colorful arrangement of characters. Guess who's the main character?
The robot in the third one.
Yeah.
Reverse Lobot.
The only one that appears in all 3, baby. The one
yeah.
with the... What, Sorry, you put down Squeakquel and I had to think about Alvin and the Chipmunks again for somehow the second time this month.
What was the first time?
What was the first time?
Just in a call, talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks. I think someone put on a voice modifier.
Oh god. Okay, not to be a part. I mean, to be fair, the music is good in the Alvin and the Chipmunks.
It's not. That's movie. Wrong.
It's not.
No,
it's just Nightcore.
I like
it's Nightcore.
It's just Nightcore.
Oh my god, it is.
Except not sped up. It's just pitched up.
That's true. I'm biased because Jesse McCartney is Theodore, and Jesse McCartney also plays Roxas and Ventus in Kingdom Hearts, which very weird niche-ish pull from. But this, yeah, I'm biased. So we're playing the first 3 games, also known as Connor. Click one more time. The Trilogy! Yay! There's so many!
On Steam.
Yes, you can get it on Steam. This one was recent.
You can play it with your friends.
You should, can you? Oh, I guess, yeah.
Didn't you two play it?
I think at least 2 trials.
I really hurt my vocal cords playing through this game and doing voices. in a call that was just me and Ray.
I don't even know if I did any voices. I think you did them all. I can't remember.
I don't remember either. It's been a little bit.
It's been a long time. I don't know exactly when this game was ported. I think it was 2009 or 2019. My god, I'm so sorry. But it was released for Steam, Xbox One, PlayStation, and the Switch as well. And they're kind of like nice little remasters. It's pretty faithful to the original 3 games because you can tell like graphic wise. We'll kind of see some pictures of like the graphics kind of changing. But as why I'm doing this presentation is because there's gonna be another sequel. Another trilogy sequel. I didn't put the picture on here because I kind of forgot about that. But it's gonna be the 4th, 5th, and 6th game, which it doesn't really like fit together as a trilogy as well as this one does, at least, but it's I'm not gonna complain about them porting those games because I had those games on my 3DS and my 3DS broke and I can't fix it, so I don't have any ways to play the original games, and so the fact that they're porting it means I don't have to buy a new 3DS, but I still need a 3DS because I have other games I still want to play. That's unrelated, unimportant. Go to the next slide. So here's my syllabus, abstract, or table of contents, whatever you want to call it. It's probably more of a table of contents, but I'm back in school, so syllabi and abstracts have been back in my brain vocabulary. Just 7 sections. It's pretty simple. They're not super. I mean, okay, the first one's gonna be a little long, but the rest of them are pretty easygoing. We're gonna look at the characters and some of the wacky little names you'll see because this game is very notorious for being kind of gooby, a little goofer. It's a silly game, and there's also like weirdly serious topics as well in them. So like you have a guy that's named like Frank Saw It because he saw the crime, but he actually did it. And then the next game you see someone committing suicide, and it's like a really serious case, and it's insane that like the jump from one to another is just like too much sometimes, but it's still a good game. We're also
it's like a Yakuza kind of thing where you can go through a really emotional scene where you're trying to save this small child from like like actual crime, and then the next scene you're doing a fully choreographed karaoke musical bit.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so as well, there's a musical for Ace Attorney. The first game, I
How
think.
am I not
Yeah.
shocked you know that?
What do you mean? Of course I know that. Yeah, I think I have it saved. It's on YouTube. I haven't watched it yet, but there is a full-on musical. And there's also a live-action movie.
I'm glad
And
you and
then-
me have something to do after this then, right? That's awesome.
Great.
I know what your next episode is going to be on.
The movie. Yeah, no, sorry. It's just going to be the next thing I talk about for the next 6 months. And there's also an anime, which is not as surprising because it's made in Japan.
My only experience with Ace Attorney, other than listening to you ramble about it, is the anime that you made me watch. You
I forgot I made you watch
you
it.
made
So I
me
have
watch
the
like 3 episodes, 3 or 4
'Cause
episodes.
it's good.
I
It's
suppose
good.
that's
Okay.
one word for it. It was
It's
funny.
it's
I had a good time.
entertaining.
I had a good time. I'm
Yeah,
kidding. I'm just
Thanks. Yeah, sure. Whatever. The anime is very hard to get physically because like the first two there's 2 seasons total, but there's 4 DVD combos, and so they split the seasons obviously in 2. But the first season I got like 4 years ago, and it was like $25. I go back and look at it; it's now worth $50, and then the second
You
half
stare
is also worth like
longingly at it.
60 to. I know. I'm just like, oh, one day when I'm rich or something, I have money. But I believe it's been a long time since I've checked. But the part 1, part 2 of season 2, each of them are, I believe, about like almost 100. I want to say maybe over 100. For
goodness.
each. Which is like, just keep
Connor,
in mind, it's like 6
dig
episodes.
into your Bionicle fund for him. Come on.
Please.
No.
Find it in your heart.
My Bionicle
the
fund
floral
is
soul.
low because I spent $70 on them.
You just
2 days ago.
yeah.
I bought Toa Wenua Metru. I bought the Black Rakshi, and I bought Irumi.
This would be the only thing
Absolutely
you would
worth it.
actually
100%
put
worth it.
a this is the only thing you would slowly fade an image in of on the thing.
Out
This
of
is the
fa-
best chance
Just
we
the-
have.
out of fairness, I won't.
This.
Okay. I mean, if you do, I won't be
Out
mad.
of laziness, I won't.
I
you
also
mean.
bought the 2008 Indiana Jones and the original Mary figure from Lord of the Rings.
I thought
Who was the last
you were
one I
gonna
was
say-
missing?
I
So I spent
$100 worth
I
of
spent
Lego.
I spent $140 on Sunday on 5 figures.
Uh-huh.
Worth
5.
it. Worth every penny.
Just 5.
Yeah, absolutely worth it. I'd do it again. I almost broke down and spent $45 as well on a replica of the War Doctor sonic screwdriver. That thing was singing
That-
its siren song to me.
I
I
would
didn't-
have
I didn't-
understood
I
that
didn't
more
buy it.
than the figures.
That one's not even cool. It's a
We-
silver stick with a light on the end. That one doesn't even do anything.
But it's a
We should
well,
invest in like
I mean,
an office space, where all you need to do just a store.
You see, that would require money, but unfortunately, I've already spent it. So
and space.
and space.
Like not as if you don't have enough right now, or at all.
I will be entombed forever. It's fine.
Connor's room.
Look,
Just
we're not.
walking in
Let's
there
not
feels
talk
like I'm
about that.
swimming.
You ever-
Bionicles, especially recently. It used to be Lego, now it's Bionicles, and
Which
then
are
soon it
Lego?
will be Transformers.
No, I'm staying away from Transformers. They scare me.
Okay, that's good.
They're too. They're too cool.
They're too cool for you.
Oh my god, they're making a G1 Optimus Prime with full articulation. It's gonna be like
On a,
$300. I'm gonna might have to break down on that one.
On an entirely unrelated note,
We
my
should
next episode is going to be on the Collier brothers,
I have no idea who
what?
those are.
extremely famous hoarders. Anyway,
Oh,
Oh,
I thought it was gonna be. I'm happy. You know what? That's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm excited. I was really excited for the next Heritage Minute one, but that's fine.
oh, I still gotta do my survey.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
do my survey
Let's
right
get-
now. Midway through this episode.
Okay.
let's.
Hey, you already know. Ethan's already played and watched playthroughs of the game, so he knows pretty much the majority of this already. But
I'm sorry
Um,
for derailing us on that.
do not.
You brought
apologize.
it up, to be fair, but
I did bring it up.
I'm
That's why.
sorry for derailing
sorry.
us.
It's okay. It's okay. Now we have our priorities straight. That you will be buying my next Ace Attorney DVD collection.
Nah.
Next, we're gonna look at the drama
Maybe for
of
your
the
birthday.
law and the spirit mirrors. Oh, really? Yeah. And the spirit mediums. there's also this weird newfangled law system. And we're going to look at Japanifornia. And then we're going to look at the breakdowns. And the breakdowns, it's not as boring as it sounds. It's where characters, when they get caught with their crimes, break down in like a unique psychotic breakdown, essentially.
Me for real.
And for real. Indeed.
Yep.
And then the final...
I would
the final...
do that.
Yeah. I think about what my breakdown would be, and it'll probably just me crying. Probably. Then there's a final chapter, which is a secret for now, but I'm sure suspicion might arise during the presentation. So I'm ready for the next slide. Connor. Thank you. We're going to start with the characters. Phoenix Wright, our boy. It's our main guy.
John.
There he is. That's the one. He's pointing.
That's him.
Ace
That's
of
him. There's one that points. Except he's not pointing right now.
A gun at the Amogus on the title screen.
That's him! Ah, Phoenix, what a guy. Yeah, after they started, after the 5th and 6th games, those are 3D animated instead of 2D animated, the abilities of making more memes has increased by that time, and we get beautiful things like a gun. Phoenix with a gun. Which is why I haven't gotten that earlier. He's a reliable narrator. You get a lot of his inner monologues, which are pretty witty, pretty good. He's probably the second most reliable narrator, like in terms of sanity, logic, let's say. But before he was a lawyer, he was actually an art major. But he
Gross.
almost got murdered, and then
Deep
he
lore.
got accused of murder. And then because he was simping hard.
It
That's
happens to
fine.
the best of us.
It does. I blame him very hard because the person's horrible. But he's been accused of crimes before, or after actually, when he became a lawyer, because essentially he wanted to be an art major, got accused of murder, met Mia, which we'll see in a bit, and she became his mentor and then became a lawyer. Because originally he wanted to kind of be in law, I guess, but like not really. There's a character that wanted to be a defense lawyer. Like, Phoenix is a defense lawyer, by the way. And the defense lawyers and prosecutors are very distinct, two separate, like, entities in the universe in Ace Attorney. So, pretty different. And because of that, defense attorneys get treated like gum, like on the shoe. I don't know. I guess I kind of thought of that and I saw gumshoe. But yeah, anyways, they get
Neuron
treated like shit. Like,
activated.
it's... My brain's like, oh,
Pattern recognition, go burr.
And so he gets treated like gum under the shoe. Him and a lot of other defense attorneys. Phoenix has been tasered. He has been, like, he's fallen off a bridge. He's been hit by a car. These aren't all in the first 3 games, so one of them is not from the other games. But he gets a lot of stuff. He gets a lot of stuff done to him. Next, oh no, actually, click one time for me. So if you want to see Phoenix in his art hoe face, this is him in his beautiful little art face. Imagine
Once
that
again,
happiness.
it happens to the best of us.
It does. Yeah, for an art kid, that's kind of that's pretty accurate, I'd say.
Look at your hair. He's got like cornrows that just go off into infinity. How do you do that?
I don't know. Like, it's described in like a few side pieces, like side narratives, that he like gels his hair like that. So it's just part of his daily routine.
Okay, so there is product.
Yeah, it's product.
As opposed to it just does that.
It's, yeah. A lot of people don't like people that don't like drawing it, so like they draw it more natural looking, I guess, like kind of slicked back, but like in a weird puffy way. This was a weird abomination on the Capcom team, but
The thumbnail
we
had
still
better
love him.
be you with that hair, and you'd better have it perfect.
Me?
Yes.
No. Maybe another
No,
character.
You're not worthy.
still gonna be Scaly Connor. Sorry.
I don't.
I actually had plans for what the thing will be, but this is a later conversation. Go to the next slide. We got, after Phoenix, Maya Fey. She is the assistant, who has also been accused of murder multiple times. I'd say, off the top of my head, I can guess maybe 3 or 4 times.
At some point, when are they just gonna lock her up?
Look at her. You can't lock her up. She's too innocent. I mean, I don't know. There's like weird evidence that is like that's her. That's literally her killing a person, and everyone's like, nah, no. It's not her.
That ain't it.
No.
I like the line cheeseburger and stepladders.
Yeah, Maya, she loves cheeseburgers, and there's an ongoing debate between her and Phoenix about what's a stepladder and what's a ladder. It's I don't know what the difference is, so I'm not going to comment on it. But I kind of pronounced
you
her.
step on both of them.
Yeah. So
but like a ladder goes up. In step ladder, you only have a couple steps on it.
But you've still got that.
I think that's the definition.
I think a ladder you have to use your hands.
You guys don't use hands for a stepladder?
No, it's
Well,
like 2 steps.
Maybe for the first
Y'all are
step,
pretty.
but
You're
it
pretty,
should be like
pretty tall.
a nice wide base. Like a step ladder, you might change a light bulb.
Mm-hmm.
A ladder, you might get into your attic.
A stepladder is just a big stool, as far as I know.
A step ladder is a stool
Gross.
with an extra step, literally.
That's disgusting.
What's the difference? I'm looking it up. This is relevant. A stepladder can stand up on its
Yes,
own,
it
whether
is.
a straight ladder must be leant against a wall.
Not all of them. There's like
that
long,
doesn't seem
tall
right to me,
ladders.
So-
actually.
Yeah.
So if I fold my step ladder and climb up it while it's leaning on a wall, it's a ladder.
Behold, a ladder. It,
Yeah, we're doing Greek philosophy,
That's
folks.
yeah. No, you're kind of right. Like,
huh.
but if it folds, like that's kind of my
Is it-
assumption that it could be a stepladder.
Does it have feathers?
But I guess if you don't use it.
Is it bipedal or not?
Actually, that's how I would consider it a ladder. If it's bipedal, it's a ladder. If it's
Oh.
quadrupedal, it's a step ladder. There we go. We figured it out.
That works. I agree. All right,
I
debate
can't
over.
wait for like top text, bottom text of like something that disproves myself. Oh yeah, just an image of a like the Vitruvian man that says "Behold, a ladder."
I do want to make sure. You know how to... That's not how you spell ladder. You know that, right, Ray?
Yeah, totally.
It's okay, dear.
To be fair, I don't write about ladders.
Whatever
on-
you say, hun.
Okay, stop patronizing me, please. I'm so tired all the time. Oh,
We
man.
point out we be the grammar Nazis, so the comment section doesn't have to be.
So, I have an interest in English and linguistics. Not just that, but linguistic anthropology. I can't spell worth my life. I read the thesaurus on my off time. I'm an abomination. So this is Phoenix's first psychic.
Do you actually read a thesaurus in your free?
Yeah.
Just sit down and read it. Damn,
Yeah, it's on my
I
bookshelf.
can't wait till I
can pull it
get.
up.
I can't wait till I get to the chapter on I don't know, verbs.
I will not
Okay, we get to the chapter on the letter A.
Yeah.
I will not do the Canadian Collins version of this thesaurus as a presentation. I had to check if it was the
Please
Canadian
don't.
version. I will.
You want
I
to
mean,
do
like,
some of your favorite.
I think I have a
Unless-
thesaurus on my
unless there's-
bookshelf too. That's not that weird. It's weird that you read it. It's right next to
just-
my Garfield dictionary.
That's
not
okay.
a joke.
That's not. Yeah, I feel like that's a bit weirder than reading a thesaurus.
No, I don't think it
Remember-
is.
Hmm. Touche. Okay. So, anyways, Phoenix met Maya when she was getting accused of murder of her sister. And Phoenix, I mean, I think he knew that she was innocent, but, like, just in case, he's like, I mean, yeah, I'll defend you. Because nobody else would. They didn't want to defend her because it's like, oh, well, she killed her sister.
Defend
This
her. I
guy
hardly
has
know
proof.
her.
Yeah. I also pronounced it Maya instead of Maya, which I forgot to mention.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah. I mean, my friend still pronounces it Maya because they're like, it's how it's spelled. It's how it's spelled. I was like, it's not how it's pronounced.
That's
Very
what it be.
Mayo.
Their
Can you put her
mom has
face
a
on
very...
a jar of mayonnaise, please?
So, you think that she would be annoying. Like, she kind of looks like the annoying side character. I don't think she is. I actually love her to death. She is a fan favorite. Like, she's not resented or, you know, disliked like some other female side characters or main characters in some other popular franchises. But she's also a spirit medium. and she's trained to become the master of the Quran technique of spirit medium channeling, which, if you don't know what that is, we will get there, but it has to do with spirits if you haven't clocked that in.
From the word spirit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
no, great character. Love her. Absolute
yeah.
sweetie.
She's the best. She loves cheeseburgers. They live in America. They don't actually live in America. They do live in America. It's complicated. But yeah, Phoenix ends up clearing her name the first time, and Mia as a ghost is like, "Hey, good job, fella. Connie, if you want to click one time for me." Yeah, she's like, "Damn, good job, man." And Phoenix looks like he just had explosive diarrhea. Like, he's just so shocked, and I don't know
Looks
why.
like he's seen a ghost. That's crazy,
Oh no,
bro.
crazy. Yeah. So that's this is like new art too, by the way. So it's a lot more like better quality, which is it's great. It's a blessing and a curse in itself. Go to the next slide. Ethan, you know you're like not an expert, but like well known about the Geneva conventions.
I'm an expert on war crimes, yeah. I've committed a few.
It's
I
not
might
a
need
war
you to
crime.
help me.
It's not a war crime if it's not written yet. Go Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Boom.
Our home
Yes.
is stolen land. Okay, so
Our-
Pearl
yeah,
Fang.
our home. Yeah, the way you do it is our home on native land. There you go. Yeah, classic.
Indeed.
Anyway, yes. Sorry, you were asking about war crimes.
So there's a shit ton of war crimes in Fire Emblem. I just want you to be there with me, helping me figure out if it truly is a war crime or if it's just a fantasy war crime.
I can help with that.
Okay, good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Won't be for a while, but that's fine.
Speaking of war crimes, Pearl Fay.
Pearl Fang, what a war crime, man. She's girl. Ugh. I love Pearl. I don't know if we love Pearl,
Yeah,
but I love Pearl. Yeah, Pearl's great. She's honestly a Tumblr kid in training, as Maya is a spirit medium in training. She just ships people left and right.
You've cursed this child's future just by saying that. Just lay down the
She's
worst
a
possible
Tumblr kid.
future.
I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't know, she's a kid. She's like 8, dog. She's 7. Well, she's 8 in the third game, but she's 7 in the second game. She is introduced in the second game. Yeah, she's a child. She's also a spirit medium training, but she's actually Maya's cousin. So Maya and Pearl have different moms, just the two sisters. And Pearl is between like all these like kids that were produced by these two moms or these two sisters. Is Pearl, even though she's like the youngest, she's deemed to be like already a master or close to being a master of the Curane channeling technique, just because she's like, I don't know, like she didn't have to do any training and she's already doing really good. Like she channels just as good as Maya. Yeah, I don't know. She's
Prodigal
just really
child
cool.
stuff.
She's pretty much a prodigal child. But yeah. Oh my god, my mic did something really weird. Sorry about that. She joins Phoenix in the second game after Maya is accused of murder again for the second time, and
Whoopsies.
and since she's very loyal to her cousin, she's like, I want to help. And Phoenix, unaware that bringing a child to crime scenes and then a courthouse to attend a trial is totally not appropriate for a 7-year-old, but he does it anyways because it's Phoenix Wright.
Anime.
Anime. This is before the anime too, so it's crazy. Pearl's mom, between the two sisters, her name is Misty. We'll eventually see her. I don't like Misty. She sucks. She does a lot of shitty stuff, which we will also talk about later. But Pearl is cool. We like Pearl. Go to the next slide.
We like Pearl.
We like Pearl. She's also nicknamed Pearly and Pearls. And she calls Maya Mystic Maya. It's very cute. This is Mia Fey. She's the designated boob lady and ghost lady. I'm pretty sure every photo.
Get yourself
of Mia
someone who can multitask, who can do both.
You can do both. I've only seen the second part of JoJo once, but she kind of reminds me of Lisa. She's like Lisa of Ace Attorney, of being
She
like the
does look like
objectified-
Lisa.
Yeah,
Fuck,
it's-
you're
and they
right.
have-
Never thought of
yeah.
that before.
Right. She's there as kind of like a sexualish objectified like person. Like she's clearly skilled. Like she's very skilled and she's good at her job and she has like a really good character development and depth and all that kind of stuff. Whereas like Lisa, at least for the anime, she kind of got thrown into the dumps. She is a cool character and she could have been cooler, but they're like, no.
It is hilarious that Lisa is JoJo's mom.
Yeah, is it actually?
Yes.
Oh, it did like.
You didn't finish watching part 2. How could you?
No, I was on the last 2 episodes where they started racing with the horses and stuff.
My friend made me play the JoJo's arcade game the other
There's
day.
an arcade game.
Yes.
What, like that's like
terrible.
an arcade fighting game?
Yeah. Play the cowboy guy. I don't know his name, but the gun power. Everybody else gets like a ghost power. The cowboy with the gun, that's your go-to power. Works every time. I don't know anything about JoJo's, but she made me play it, and I kicked her ass because I just kept whipping out the revolver.
No kidding. Basically, you must be so. It's like your Sonic move. You just play Sonic. And you just repeat the same thing over
Neutral
and over again.
B. Neutral B.
Neutral B. Oh, my nightmare. Like, I know you're good at Smash, but before we were, like, getting into Smash, like, individually, a long time ago, we played Brawl, and you fucking destroyed me.
Neutral B.
You just play Sonic, and I hate it. It's
I'm
so
fully
funny,
capable of playing Smash, like, okay.
Yeah.
But, I play Sonic because he's fucking hilarious, because you can hit one button and win anyways.
He's kind of like your final straw, like your last fall. He's
I
like,
whip him out
like,
when I want to
got one more
toy with
chance.
whoever I'm playing with.
It is
I'm a K.
horrible.
Rool man for
that's
for
a good
actual
one too,
quality, but no, Sonic is my for funny character, because I'll play him and win anyways, because nobody knows how to fight it.
I don't know how to like deflect it, because like it's hard to beat like just neutral B.
Everybody hates it when I play Sonic, so I do it
Yeah.
anyways.
You have a reputation. You know, it doesn't. You're basically Sonic. You're built like him. You're fast. You're blue. Like, did you ever notice that?
I don't like that comparison that I'm built like Sonic. I don't like that.
Dude, your hair is spiky like Sonic's.
Hair's not even spiky.
You're a character model.
The character model is, because I'm not a good artist, but
No, it's good. I like it. It's a good piece. It's just
probably
it looks
gonna
like
redraw
Sonic.
all of those at some point in the
No,
next couple. It's still gonna look the same. I'm just gonna like give it shading
Okay.
and make them more consistent.
Oh.
But it's just a lot of work, so it might be like 3 years till I actually do it.
That's fair. Do you want to use my tablet for it? Because it's like
Perhaps.
pen and paper, but
Wait.
you're welcome to.
No, I probably won't be able to, because I'll do it on Illustrator. So I do have a drawing tablet, but it's not nearly as good as yours.
I was gonna say if you wanted to, you can use it.
Perhaps. We will
Yeah,
see.
At any point, you can, as long as I'm not doing the thumbnail for the videos. I guess I don't know if I was ever like said. I listen to the episodes sometimes, and I don't think it was ever said. But I draw the audio listeners. I draw the thumbnails for the videos. So if you're wondering,
give
who does
Ray
the
their
art and
credit.
why there's no credit, it's because I do it.
The art
You
is
wonder
very
who
good.
does the art and why they're so talented.
Yeah.
Still on. I said, I mean, Connor could do a few too, and
I could do the thumbnails, but I
show off
wouldn't be
your
nearly
talents.
as good. I'm not a very
right.
good artist.
yeah, it's very. I do like your art though. I very much enjoy
Thank
it.
you. I just like doodling.
It's fun. I do a lot of different kinds of like. It's experimenting for me because I'm not really. I don't really diversify much other than just like shoulder up shots, which is the very basic artist. Like that's all I can do is a head. But
Bust.
yeah, bust. Speaking of bust, Mia Fey. So after she dies,
Greatest
which is like
transition yet.
I know. I was like, this is fucking perfect. She dies like after the first episode, like she dies at the beginning of the second episode. But she's still a part of the
Immediately.
game. So fast. Like she's not the first death, but she's the first important death and first like known death. Like it's just like it's wild. Like we're like, wow, we got a really great character that has a lot of boobage, and now she's dead. But we have her little sister and her other cousin. But Mia, if you can't tell, Mia and Maya are sisters because their mom is really creative at giving them names. Which reminds me
right.
of, really briefly, I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I probably I mean, you can bleep out the names if you want to, Connor, but my professor's name is Paulina, and then her siblings is, her two older siblings is Paul for her brother, and then Pauline for her older sister.
Wow.
And she's like, guys, my mom was great at naming.
Okay, I had a friend who whose parents they all three of the children got the same initials.
Yeah.
But at least the names were distinct enough that just Paul, man, like come on.
It's kind of like at least it's rooted. It's a weird pattern, but I respect it. Like I respect
I don't. You're begging for confusion.
Yeah. They don't look alike though. Like they're
Plus, you're reducing the capacity of nicknames on all three of them.
P. Just P.
B.
For Paul. P. P for Paul.
What up,
P
P?
for Paul for Pauline, and then Pauline for Paulina.
Yeah, that won't get
Just shuffle your
confusing.
name. Shuffle the names around. Put them in a
Yeah.
hat.
Paul
shake
doesn't.
them
Nobody
around
gets
a
Paul.
bit.
Oh no. Nobody gets Paulina. Paul gets P. I don't know if you're gonna learn these names. I also was gonna say.
I don't know.
There's also if you're probably
It's
not
an
bored.
anonymous Paul, and Paulina. You don't
That's
have
fair.
to bleep those names.
That's
There's
true,
no
we
way in
don't
hell she'll
actually-
ever see this anyways. She's a great professor if she does. But our friend, one of my friends, her boyfriend, I think his family, like him and his two siblings, are all named K, like K names, and I think it's on the mom's side that's like a tradition that they do, that everyone has a K name.
One of them's named Ketamine, then, right?
Correct.
Yes, kerosene, ketamine, and koala.
Yeah, that's right.
I was gonna say
Perfect.
cocaine, but that doesn't start with the K.
It can if you want it to.
Now it does.
Our respect for the English language has been falling off this evening.
Yeah, British people really did not do a good job.
Dude, I hate British people.
I hate British people. We'll get to the British guy in a second. So Mia, she's dead. She starts her own law firm in like a few years before the first game starts, like 4 or 5 years before the game starts. And after she's dead, she's still like in the game. She's channeled through Maya and Mia, and we will see her channeled versions as well. I have pictures for everything. Sorry, audio listeners. I almost said visitors. Visitors, I guess they're visiting. I
They're
guess.
just popping in.
Imagine it.
Welcome to my
Just-
home.
just rotating what we're describing. Actually, we won't even describe it. Just imagine what we are currently seeing. You get
Yes.
no aid in this.
Just use your brain, idiot.
Yeah,
Be
dingus.
creative. Imagination. Yeah, but Mia is a really cool character. You can go to the next slide. That's all I have to say. Oh, right, actually, this is her when she first started off as a lawyer. She had such a traumatic first trial that she didn't like take another case for like a year, because so many people died. Like not just from the case, but like in the actual trial, people died. People were almost killed. It's crazy. Mia's got like tragedy left and right. Also like, not to mention Mia and Maya's mom like went missing when they were young, so Mia had to take care of Maya because her aunt kind of was fucking useless. But she's just, you know, she's kind of crazy. She became a lawyer so that like there wasn't any what's the word, like, you know, family drama between her and Maya, because there can only be one like master of the Kirin technique of channeling, and since Maya and Mia are kind of on like equal terms, Mia's like, nah, I'll just become a lawyer. I'm out of here. And then she goes to be a lawyer. But yeah, get in the next slide. So these are characters that are like in one case, but Emma, who's on the right, she comes back in a future game. So I want to talk about her because she's very cool. Lana and Emma Skye. They had their own DLC episode in the first game, and it was called Rise from the Ashes, and it was very good. All of the cases, by the way, have Turnabout in their name. From game 1 to game 6, always has Turnabout. This was the only one that doesn't have Turnabout. Even like the other DLC episodes from future games have Turnabout in the name. For some reason, this one doesn't. I mean, it's the first game, so my guess is like they just wanted to, maybe.
Why
They're
do
like,
they
"Oh, it's
all
different."
have Turnabout in the name, though?
I honestly don't know. I was like, it's not a turn-based game. Maybe it's like
No.
turn-based narrative. I don't know. Yeah, can you please Google that for me?
Turnabout luxury resale. That's not it, dear.
That's not what we're thinking.
Yeah, that's not what
I'm
we're
thinking
looking
of.
for.
No, that's okay. But Lana gets accused of murder. Lana on the left here, and she has this whole debacle about her own case, which we're not going to get into because it's very long. DLC. Oh, sorry, that's a DL6. I was like, did I fucking misspell DL6? Am I that stupid? No. Lana, she's cool. She was a detective, somehow promoted to chief prosecutor because those are the same kind of degrees. And then Emma is her little sister, who she also took care of because they also have a missing and or dead mom. And yeah, they're like a little sibling duo. Emma becomes Phoenix's sidekick after Maya and then before Pearl, because this is between game 1 and 2. This is DLC for game 1. And Maya, spoilers, at the end of game 1, goes back to her village to become master of the curing channeling technique, because she's like,
cool.
I'm in training. Yeah, she's got to become cool, because she's trying to channel her sister throughout a bunch of the game. She can't do it. So she's like, I gotta get buff, man. I gotta go and like get this juice back in me. And so she went back to go train, and then Emma's like, help, my sister's been accused of murder. And then Phoenix is like, I'm the guy you need to go to. So yeah, this is what happens. Emma Emma's a great character. I think she's 16 in this case. So she's a high school student who wants to become a forensic scientist. And she does eventually, but she's also like a detective as well. This is probably the happiest you're ever gonna see her, which is kind of sad because there's so much bad stuff that's been happening
It
to her
all
since.
goes downhill from here.
It really does. It really does. But they're cool. I like them a lot. I'm a huge Emma fan. I actually dressed up as her for Halloween, which I don't think Connor will put a picture on here because it's not the same costume as this one. It's her future, like her older one. But I'm an Emma fan.
We should just accept that we should never be asking Connor to put images in your post.
Yeah.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
Please. I mean,
Schrodinger's
no one's gonna
image.
find it because it's on a different account that isn't.
I'm thinking of that one meme where he's like, I put the cat in this box and exposed it to an LD50 of radiation. We do not know if it is dead or alive. And the box meows and he says, shut up. Maybe he will, maybe he won't.
It's like I can still hear him. Sorry, hiccups. Go to the next slide. Oh yeah, Lana and Mia went to school together, so people ship them a lot even though they have no interactions because Mia's dead before you even get to meet Lana. This is Larry Butts. If he smells, it's usually the butts. This is a phrase that is repeated a lot because he sucks. Do you say hot?
No, I said a lot. I did not say hot.
Nobody thinks Larry's hot. I'm sorry.
Nobody thinks Larry's hot.
I think Larry's hot.
You're contrarian.
I'm kidding.
You've made a terrible mistake saying that. All right, just no specific reason other than my own. Don't you worry. Nobody's gonna go after you for liking Larry Butts. You're just gonna
I have no opinion
pay the
on this man.
consequences of your actions.
You will be the first to go against the wall in the revolution due to this comment.
So Larry and Phoenix and Edgeworth, which we'll see in a second, which I'm sure you both are aware of who that is because I talk a lot about this game and Ethan's already aware. They're all childhood friends from when they were kids. Larry is kind of the shit disturber. He's consistently a shit disturber from childhood to adulthood because he also gets accused of murder multiple times. I think twice. I think it's twice. But he should just be in jail at this point. Like, he's not, I don't know, man. He's also kind of like a ladies' man. I guess he gives off the vibe, but like, who wants to date him? I don't know. It's kind of stinky. He changes careers and girlfriends like it's a poker game. I forgot I wrote that. But he's an interesting character, I guess. He's kind of like a wingman, sort of, for Phoenix in a lot of cases. Like, he's not helpful in cases, but he makes weird things that do end up working out. They'll talk about it later and very briefly. But he does like, I don't know. He's like still the childhood friend of Phoenix and Edward, so he's like, guys, friendship. And then Edward is like, no, I'm too emo, and Phoenix is like, no, I'm too complicated with my feelings. So he's a character, and I will probably never talk about him again because, again, I do not like him. Go to the next slide. This is Richard Dick Gumshoe.
Dick.
His name is Dick Gumshoe. Since Dick is short for Richard, my guess is I cannot find any evidence that his first name is actually Richard. So
why
that's mine.
Why did that start?
Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the first person who took the name Richard and was like, Dick? Sup,
there's
Dick?
A lot of, you can get Jim from James, which I didn't know until my last
Jimmy, James.
I don't know. I think it's like a pre-1900s name that kind of just like.
Oh, dude.
Like, Like,
These nicknames must have existed well before, like, the 1800s, I'm sure.
I assume the name for, like, a penis being referred to as a dick was after. So, like, for us, it's hilarious.
Yeah. So James is biblical, right? That's
Yes.
you get, but I don't know where Richard's from. There's definitely been kings named Richard, so maybe it's
I believe it's somewhat French origin.
Richard. That makes sense.
Yeah, there's something like
I've heard
that.
of people like that.
Yeah, I was told that.
Is it because French people are dicks? Maybe. If so, that is now my canonical belief. Yeah.
Who's
We solved
worse?
it, folks.
Who's worse, Quebecois French or France French?
France French, because they look down upon Quebecois French.
That's fair. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
based.
you're right. Yeah, that's fair.
And also, Paris is like a dumpster.
It's true.
You go
Alright.
there, you look at the Eiffel Tower, it smells like piss and cigarettes, and everyone's trying to. It's just tourist traps, man. Don't
Yeah.
go to France. Don't
All
go to
those
Europe.
skulls are so cool.
Actually, yeah, the catacombs are cool. Go to France for the catacombs.
There's
That's it.
no force
Just
on
stand
earth
around.
that could get me down there. It's
Do not absorb any vitamin D. Yeah, I guess you don't. You just said like you're just land. You want to be on level
no,
land.
leveled, solid ground. I don't want to
Weak.
go into a cave full of skulls.
I was
it-
under the streets
It's
of like,
difficult
Seattle
enough for you to.
when I was
go
in
to the
Seattle, which is very
basement.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah, Seattle's awesome. I know.
it's very weird.
You're just going underground and shit.
Well, they built so the city was like the city. What it used to be like the flat like ground is below what is there right now, because a bunch of their wooden houses and buildings burned down, and then they're like, well, now we gotta build houses again. And I think while they were building, or like after they built new houses like bricks and such and stone, whatever. I don't know how wood houses are made of. I know
Rock
bricks
and
was one
stone.
of them. But then they were like, let's just like, I don't remember the reason why, but they're like, we're gonna put the first level as a basement and just build a whole new ground level in the whole city. And Seattle's not a huge city. It's like it's a city for sure, but I don't think
Seattle's
it's
bigger than Edmonton.
bigger than Edmonton. That's true. It's not
It's
bigger
not
than
a
Pretty
hard
damn
part to
big
clear.
city, especially the extended like urban area
good point.
down through Tacoma and Bremerton on the other side of the bay.
That makes sense. That makes more sense. So Dick Gumshoe. I love him. He is my homie. He's my love. I was looking for photos of him to put into the slide, and I just put in their names. It took less than a millisecond to see horny art of him, and I'm like, I did not expect horny art of Gumshoe, but at the same time, he is kind of like a bear icon, you know, like he looks like he would be well loved in the gay community, because that's kind of what I saw, and that was like the horny art. But he is a great
Amazing.
character. Yes. Most of these characters, except for Maya and Pearl and Emma, are above the age of 18. So if you ever ask like, oh, horny art, was this character, for audio listeners, is this character a minor? They are not a minor. We do not support minors being sexualized, because that's fucked up. And yeah.
That
So
was a strange way of putting it, yes, but fuck pedophiles.
fuck pedophiles. That's, yeah. So he's kind of the prosecutor's bitch. But he ends up helping Phoenix for a lot of it, because he's kind of a goober as well. He's also a goober
Dopey.
character. A little dopey. Kind of stupid, but we do love him. Like the first case you meet him in is when Mia's dead, and you get so much out of him just from being like, oh, what's that? Is that a phone? And he's like, yeah, it's the phone that Red White used for this and whatever. And Phoenix is like, I totally knew that. You're so right. Best character, but also stupidest character. Stupider than Larry, I would say. Maybe. It's hard to say. But he's a himbo. He's adamant about sharing his weenies as well, which I will not elaborate anymore. You get a lot of Gumshoe lore in the third game's like final case, which is kind of funny, because he wanted. I was looking up like information about some of these characters just so I could like remember some things, and I forgot that he confesses to Edgeworth that when he was younger he wanted to be a wizard when he grew up, and then he was so fascinated by cable phones he took a disposable camera and took a selfie with Edgeworth. Doesn't actually exist in the game, but it is canon that they try to at least take a picture. There's art depicting it, and it's fantastic. Highly
I
recommend.
mean, shit. Who wouldn't want to be a wizard?
Wizards are extremely cool.
It
Who
is
eats-
cool. Great job opportunities as a wizard.
Well, if you're, who burned the witches again? Those people.
What?
Like what are
Like,
you talking about?
the
Like the
witch
Salem witch
burnings?
trials in the
Yeah.
1600s?
Yeah, I don't think those people would want to be wizards.
Yeah, Puritans are assholes, though. Again, weird way of putting it, but fuck Puritans.
Fantastic. Okay.
You only get the hottest takes on this show.
The only reason
The
people
hottest-
came over to America in the first place is because they didn't want them over in Europe, right? So that only the weirdest fucking people came over here first, and that's what it was. It was all fucking weirdo Puritan assholes. who were
Great.
like- that's why they were here, and they were so good at surviving that they nearly starved to death.
God, so
We
good.
get a Thanksgiving myth. Yeah, it sucks.
The more you know. You can go to the next slide, Connor. Guess what? It's Miles Edgeworth. We got him. We
Yes.
got the Edgelord. He's prosecutor's kilometers Edgelord.
The name.
You really strange.
I can't take credit for kilometers. There's a bunch of other people that has also called him kilometers, but it's my favorite nickname for him. He's your rival in the first game, and by you I mean Phoenix, but you as the player. And eventually becomes your friend again because he gets some
Your
complicated
boyfriend.
emotions. Your boy, yeah. Some complicated emotions. But he helps out Phoenix and Co. He even takes Phoenix's badge at one point to take his place as a defense lawyer. And he was able to like switch the judge because there's the same judge for every case except for the last case. There's like one judge that gets switched out with, and he's like, "You look familiar," and Miles is like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." Even though Miles at this point is considered a world-renowned prosecutor who was like successfully prosecuted shit in like 6 countries at this point, which I guess is a lot in this case because this was the early 2000s. But
The judges are notably the stupidest motherfuckers.
yeah, you know what? Fuck
Don't
Gumshoe
be
and
your-
Larry.
don't be
The
your-
judges are the stupidest characters in this game.
No, the judges are easily, especially towards like later and later cases, the dopiest motherfuckers.
They're good though. I do love them.
They're good characters.
It's
They're still stupid.
They're stupid.
They're
there's,
trying their best.
They are. They're the judge from the mainline games. This is in the 4th game, so Ethan wouldn't know this, but it's canon that the judge doesn't know what nail polish is, and he just assumes that his wife's nails have always been red her whole life.
They just do that.
And I just do that. He's like, "Yeah, mine turn purple sometimes," and she's like, "That's not how it works." But
I
fun
just
stuff.
love slamming his fingers into a door.
Yeah, I guess so. He's like, "This is normal."
It's some fucked up version of feminism where it's like, if my wife doesn't endure this pain, so should I. He's just snapping his fingers in a door to replicate nail polish. Again, amazing guy we're inventing here.
I'm sorry I wasn't there
See,
to protect you, baby.
The door.
See, this would be. I'm happy to imagine this as genuinely who the judge would be because this is who the judge is. God,
It's
what
exactly
he
who the
is.
judges
He's
are.
he is a woman lover in like the best way possible. He's like the
Wife
feminist.
guy.
Wife guy. He's a wife guy.
Wife guy.
Speaking of wife guys, Miles Edgeworth he doesn't have a wife.
Speaking of bottoms, Miles Edgeworth.
Okay, so he's 24 in this picture. He looks like he's 50. Don't be deceived. He's the most reliable narrator because you do get to play as him in the 3rd game. He does have his own spin-off games, Miles Edgeworth Investigations, sorry. Notably the worst games in this kind of just really bad games. Worst detective games, worst puzzle games like Phoenix has the Magatama, which is a rock where he can see when people, like, he looks through this rock and he can see if people are lying to him. A character later in the series has a bracelet and a power that lets him detect if people are lying through different movements in their body. So Phoenix has like these psych locks. He could be like, oh, someone's hiding something from me, even though they're not like technically lying right up. And Edgeworth has logic. His superpower is chess and logic. That's what you do for, I believe, over 10 hours of gameplay for the second game. You play chess.
Nerd.
You
Fucking
play
nerd. Holy shit.
Nerd. Big nerd. But he's great. Like,
He's great.
He's great. But he's
That
afraid
red
of
suit
Earth.
looks nice.
It's magenta. Or it's, what was it? Wine red. This is the British boy I was talking about, by the way.
He dresses like the Third Doctor.
Interesting.
Or Austin Powers.
Nerd.
Okay, yes,
Nerd.
Austin Powers. I can see. I mean, yeah. Honestly, he kind of has the weird like lady attraction, not like traditional like the ladies that Austin Powers would get, but he keeps attracting like old women. There's like other female characters I think that aren't considered like quote unquote attractive or something like that, but people are attracted to Edgeworth. It's part of the game. His own game, there's also a character that are like, oh my god, you're so pretty, and then he's like, I don't know what that means. But the people that are complimenting him are like 50-year-old women. So in the anime, a fun fact, he has a Mazda RX-8. I don't know what that is, but that was what was on the wiki.
It's a car.
The fandom wiki. Yeah, I know it's a car. I meant to say the car in the game is specifically like actually a modeled car. There's a logo and everything, I think, or at least a mock logo. And I was like, that's a logo in real life. I wonder if this is like what's the word?
A sponsored
Parada.
real
Thank
thing.
you. Sponsored. By, as far as I know, I don't think it was. And the little cravat. It's not a cravat. He has like a cravat something like frilly on his neck, but it's called a jabbet. That's what he calls it, is a jabbet. He gets very anal about it. And he gets a lot of anal about a lot of other things. Click one time for me, Connor.
Dude.
This is Edward.
Nailed
when
it.
he
Nice
was
gay joke.
20. Thank you. This is when he was 21 as a baby prosecutor. He became a prosecutor. Oh, did something go over? He became a prosecutor at 21, I believe, or 20. And he was also on the case where Mia had the most traumatic event happen to her. Miles came out fine. He didn't kill anybody outright or directly, neither did she, but he was like, that's fine. It's not my problem anymore. He's got his own trauma to deal with. He's got a bunch of other shit going on. But he is afraid of elevators and earthquakes because it killed his dad. I don't know if you guys have seen the first Trolls movie. I recently watched it because my friends made me, but there's a scene where the Justin Timberlake character, I forgot his name.
Singing killed my
He
grandma.
doesn't sing. Yeah, it killed his grandma. He doesn't sing because it kills grandma. That is exactly what I think about
I've
when he
seen
talks
that
about
clip
elevators.
and that clip only.
That's the best part of the movie. I 1000% can confirm that it's the best part of the movie.
I haven't
Yeah.
interacted with the Trolls movie outside of YouTube ads.
Yeah, I
don't
was kind of hoping I'd be
intend
the
to
same.
interact with the Trolls movies outside of YouTube ads.
They're cute. I don't mind them. I was hoping that it would be my Harry Potter, where I'd still just never seen and will never see or read anything about it, but I have friends that are fans of it, so unfortunately I could not.
Weird way to put it. Fuck the Trolls and Harry Potter too.
Harry Potter. Fuck J.K. Rowling. Fuck TERFs. Go to the next slide. This is Franziska von Karma. She's also a prosecutor. She's the second prosecutor you fight. Oh, technically not, but she's from the second game.
Hope you know, sometimes I think you're about to say prostitute.
I mean, I'm kidding. Nah, well, no, I'm kidding. Or
No.
maybe, unless, no.
No.
So, she is, great. She's the same age as Maya. They're both 18. I think technically she's 17 when you first meet her. But she became a I almost said prostitute.
Now I
Prosecutor.
corrected you.
Why? It wasn't on my mind and now it is. God. I do not want to besmirch the name, even though it's been besmirched already. She became a prosecutor at 13 because Germany. She's from Germany. She and her dad are also German. They bring Miles and make him German. He's not really German, but that's fine. She has this whip. In the legal system, they let her use this whip, even during court, during the trials. Just cause, you know, she's very aggressive, kind of mean, people are into it though, so that's fine. There's a reason why Larry Butts is a kinky bastard. I put it on the bottom of his slide, but I didn't actually say it. He's a kinky bastard. This is part of the reason.
They let her use her whip because public displays of affection aren't illegal.
Indeed. So when I was looking up things about Francisca to also like pictures and such, I got the first question that was asked on Google, if you want to click once for me, Connor, was why does Francisca whip people? And I was sitting down.
It's none of your business.
I was like, who would she be without it?
People can do whatever they want.
But what's the popular Google answer? Like, what when you click that, what does it give you as an answer?
I don't remember. I think it was like...
You recorded the question and not the answer?
You know what? I wanted to be in the dark about it.
It's like some Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy shit. It's...
Why does Francisca whip people? Click.
You know, you never know.
A riding crop when she was younger. With her at all times, which she often used. This does not answer the question. It just links to the Ace Attorney wiki.
Yeah. She had a baby whip when she became a prosecutor at 13.
When she was a baby,
she had
it
the
was
hand
gifted
whip.
to her. Like
When she was a baby. She was born with, like, hide, and eventually made it into the hide stick that people use to whip horses when they're, like, riding them. And now she has a full-on Western whip. Yeah. Thank you. I did not actually know the name of that. And you said it already. I'm just stupid.
you're saying you're not a horse girl?
I'm not currently a horse girl.
Kidding.
Are you saying that because you knew I was a horse girl?
You were a horse girl?
Oh my god, you didn't know?
Wait, were you? No?
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
I did like horseback riding for at least like 3 years. It was very long.
Oh,
but I was super into horses before then.
I actually didn't know that. No, I was just fucking with you.
Deep rail or cut. This don't include it. I'm kidding. You can include it if you don't want to. But I will forever resent you.
It's going in.
Francisca.
It probably
right. Now everyone. No, it's fine. I don't care. If people know I'm a horse kid or was a horse kid, just know that Canterwood Crest was the best horse book series for teenager, like young teens, whatever. Underrated series. It's really good.
I would fucking love it if the thing that makes this podcast blow up is horse people. That would be perfect.
Whatever it takes.
No other mention of horse. Oh, man.
I'll make a fucking horse episode. I'll fall in line. Come on, it's where the content is.
Your sacrifice will not be in vain.
I don't think horses are that popular right now. I don't even know if horse kids still exist in like middle school and stuff.
I think they do.
Oh, they do.
Horse girls never die. Trends come and go, but horse girl never dies.
That's true.
So, Francisca is only a prosecutor for 3 cases in the second game, which is unusual because most of the time there's at least 4 cases for the main prosecutor, like Edgeworth, and we'll see as well for Godot. They have like a lot more trials. Francisca gets like replaced because she got shot in the arm, but she's really good at her job, so she just kind of kept walking and wanted to go back to work because she had shit to do.
If you get shot, you can take the day off. You don't have to go back to work.
You don't have to go back to work. Go home. Francisca did not. She got shot. She got up and she walked right back to the courthouse, and then eventually they got her to the hospital and she got out like immediately after.
Injuries are temporary. The grind is forever.
I was gonna ask what you were saying goes forever. If you can hear me eating an apple, I'm so sorry. I'm done. I was just munching on it. So yeah, Francisca goes hard as hell. She's cool. She's crazy, but I love her. She and Miles like grew up together because Miles is adopted. Miles got adopted because his dad died, and Francisca's dad was like, "Yo, might as well adopt this kid from the parent I just killed, so why not?" But they have like a kind of a little sibling relationship that develops from the second game forward into the investigation games, which is very sweet. It's very good. But this is not the worst Von Karma, even though she's crazy. Go to the next slide. We have Manfred Von Karma. He is the big baddie in the first game, I think, technically. He's not a homie. We hate this guy. Fuck Manfred Von Karma. He killed Miles' dad because work drama went too far. I said he looks like a toothbrush inside of an ass. I meant like his like his like hair is like slicked back, like, and that's what I meant.
was not reading any of your notes. I was just here absorbing, staring off at
I'm
the
using
toothbrush inside of an ass. Came out of nowhere. Came out of left field. Really hard on
I
the,
use that a lot, but I know it doesn't make sense, so I don't say it out loud. It's just, I was like, I guess I'll say it here. Not like, I mean, maybe it kind of makes sense. Like, his hair reminds me of Colgate, and for some reason, when things are slicked back, it reminds me of being like ass. Just reminds me of ass, like going in ass.
The way your brain works sometimes is fascinating.
I am mentally
You
ill.
don't need
The
coke.
fact that the sentence "his hair kind of reminds me of Colgate," and if it was colorful, maybe I would
It's not
understand.
that weird.
But like his hair is just white.
It's
It's like
like
slick
it's
back
such a
old man hair.
specific hue of white that reminds me of Colgate, and it's that one.
I don't
tell you.
understand. Go off.
I
respect
don't
it.
either, Connor.
But
Imagine
that's one of the
hearing
most
this.
out of left field comparisons you've ever made, and you've
Are you
made a
sure?
lot of left field
Really?
comparisons in the years we've been friends.
Support without understanding is loyalty. I'm loyal.
Yeah, I don't really have.
I'm loyal to the cause.
Oh god. Okay, well, I don't know if I should say any more. Then I'll just never talk about the comparisons.
Yeah,
Don't worry, he
please do.
deserves to be compared to a toothbrush inside an asshole.
I don't know why it's so like not foreign to me. It just makes sense, and it just hearing it out loud.
I respect it,
Oh,
but
yeah,
boy, I
that's
do
not
not
good.
understand.
Oh man, I think it has something to do with like a video I watched like a long time ago.
What kind of videos are you watching? I don't know if I want to know the answer, but
It wasn't anything graphic. It was like a fuck Shane Dawson, but it was a Shane Dawson video before he got canceled like many years ago. I think he was talking about his first experience with like I'm not gonna toothbrush. Yeah.
Damn.
I will not
Cat
elaborate.
and a toothbrush.
Yeah.
He's got a big body count there, Shane.
Yeah, he does. Don't forget his dog too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, amazing. Anyways, moving on from that.
Anyway, Manfred Verkoma.
Speaking of fucking things, Manfred
Anyway,
Verkoma
things,
had a
speaking of
wife.
things with no relation to toothbrush in any way.
Manfred has a wife, and Francisca's his biological daughter. Because who the fuck would want to date this guy? I bet he probably looked like that when he came out. The womb is just fucking horrible. He's a shitty guy.
That exact evil smile. Full head of hair.
That smile, that
Just
damn
the
smile.
Same head, but on like a baby body.
I think there's a picture of someone who actually did that, put his head on the body of a baby, and I'm like, yeah, this is traumatizing.
Yeah.
So he adopted Miles, raised him. That's why Miles is pretty fucking stupid. Fucked up. Manfred did all of it. Literally, Miles had to deal with like 18 or no, I think it was like over 11 years he was with Manfred. So like 11 years of trauma. After his dad was killed in the same elevator he was in. So yeah, that's why Miles is a prosecutor and not a defense attorney, because his dad was a defense attorney and that's what he wanted to do. And then Manfred was like, no, I'm gonna adopt you, and then I'm gonna make you a prosecutor because prosecutors suck. Manfred gets Dad of the Year award, just above Odinson and Ego.
but no, his name is just Odin. Hello? Hello?
Sorry, my mom brought in a grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh.
Yay, grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Woo!
I just
Let's go, Mom.
Let's
It-
go, Mom.
his name is
Oh,
just
there's tomatoes
Odin.
in
He's not Odinson.
Well,
Thor's name is Odinson. And Loki.
Thor's last name is Odin.
His last name, yeah.
that's true. I kind of forgot about that.
Sons of Odin. It's alright. Don't worry.
You know what? I hate Odin so bad
mean-
that I don't care that I misspelled his name
Yeah,
and
fuck.
misinterpreted his name.
Yeah.
Weird way of saying it.
The naming,
But fuck Odinson. Odin.
naming conventions of the Norse were not of concern.
Yeah.
We don't respect
You
the
just-
Norse on this podcast.
Me
I respect
struck
the
by a
Norse.
lightning bolt immediately.
I was gonna say I respect the Norse more than I respect the
My
British people.
power just
So-
goes out.
That's true.
Connor. Literally. All right. Next slide, if you will. For prosecutors, Goto's the last one we're gonna talk about. We're almost done the characters. I promise. We're getting there. This is Diego Armando, or Goto. He's the second hottest character after Gumshoe. I should have put third because Mia's also hotter than him because somehow
That's incorrect.
Goto.
He is the hottest. I have a thing for
He is hot.
visors. This is canon.
But he's
Robot guy.
yeah. He's pretty attractive, I guess. He's super misogynistic. Like
Based.
the
Based.
Oh, he's
biggest
now he's
dick.
definitely
Show
the
me
hottest.
Coke.
No, he's definitely hotter. He drinks. He's a coffee whore as well, is what I said. And somehow he pulled Mia Fey as his girlfriend. They dated for like maybe a year or something like that. But eventually, Goto was poisoned, and he got poisoned so bad he went into a coma, lost his eyesight, and his hair turned white, but just his head hair, like his facial hair, didn't turn white. He had
It's
like brown
drawn
hair.
on. I'm convinced now.
Honestly, I would believe that, because like if he, like I don't understand. I don't get it.
Mia drew it on once. He has not removed it since because he's that
It's
much
perm-
of a sot of a what is it? What's it?
Whore.
No.
Simp.
Simp. Thank
He's
you.
a simp.
Simp.
He is. He's a simp so hard. He kills a woman. He kills Mia's mom. That's how bad he simps for her. He drinks coffee. Like I counted one trial, and I think it was 12 cups of coffee he drinks in the game. It's just it's this thing, I guess. But I think my theory is that he pisses coffee, and then he drinks
As opposed
it.
to
and it's just,
shitting it.
as opposed
what?
to shitting. Well, actually, that would make more sense. Maybe it's a mix. I don't know. He's just got Goto. He's just a guy. Man, what a freak. A weirdo, if you will. He's in jail now, like I said. Killed Mia and Maya's mom, but he protected her. So there's reasons why this happened. He didn't just do it because he's like, fuck you, Mia's dead. I can't. If I can't, I won't. But it's mostly in Bridge to the Turnabout, which is the last case in the third game, which is the very important case, kind of ish, if you're really into the lore. But it's really important. So yeah, if you click once for me, Connor.
The hell? How did it go black?
What happened? Hello?
What the hell?
Oh,
Everything
there you
went
go.
black.
Yeah.
That was
I was
weird.
like, that wasn't where the black screen was supposed to be. There's a black screen, but it's not here. I think maybe I have dark mode on, so I should know. This is Diego Armando before he loses sight, goes into a coma, and has his hair turned white. He got so mad at the person that caused a bunch of murders that he broke his coffee cup in his hand. If you click once for me, Connor. It's almost like that moment from Django Unchained where Leonardo DiCaprio had the glass and he broke it in his hand and it wasn't scripted. Go to the next slide, please.
Dude, that's like the time Viggo Mortensen broke his toe.
How many? That's been the only joke you've made this year, Connor.
I have one joke, Ethan.
May I say, despite it being a very old one, it is very funny. This is the last character we're going to talk about. Or no. Yes, it is. Last character we're going to talk about in depth. Dahlia Hawthorne. I hate her. She sucks. She's freaking creepy. I don't like her. But she is a very well-written villain. She's very manipulative, very straight up, like, you're like, oh, this bitch, she's not, no, we're not gonna vibe with her. And it's true. She has caused a lot of deaths around her. She has caused a lot of, like, trouble, a lot of family breakage, a lot of, trauma, all the good stuff. Call her Poison Ivy with the way she's poisoning people. She is literally poisoning people left and right. I don't know what her thing, like, I mean, she can't, it's clear that she doesn't want to, like, get her hands dirty and use a knife, so I guess poison's a fair thing. But, it works, I guess.
If you heard it here, folks, Ray endorses poison.
You should definitely use poison. If you want to, you can also use a syringe with air in it, and you put it between the toes. It could mimic a heart attack, and they won't actually
Let's
see
not
the evidence is.
put how to murder
So-
people onto this show.
She's
I'm
one
gonna look
half.
up the poison. That's really hard to detect. 1 sec.
She's the one half of Phoenix's ex-girlfriend while he was in his art ho days. She was an English major. You know what that
Disgusting.
means? She can't spell.
Yeah.
As all
true.
majors do. She also has a twin, who was the other half of Phoenix's girlfriend.
The bottom
Insane.
half.
The bottom half, yeah. They're split dividedly in two. There's some weird kind of conjoined twin where the bottom half has its own brain, the top half has its own brain. So there has been twin stuff happen before in Ace Attorney. That was not a good grammar, but fuck it, we ballin'. There has been cases of like sisters kind of twinning sort of thing in like the second game. This is the first like twin where they're like identical, and it's used a lot. There is another twin case, but that's like the 6th or something game, and that's less insane. So if you click twice for me, she's got a lot of time to plot shit. But this is her sister Iris. Don't know why one mom named them after flowers, because they're both fucking horrible. Iris isn't that bad. She's very sweet, but she also is manipulated by Dahlia, because she has the empathy. She sucked all the empathy in the womb, and Dahlia sucked up all the, I don't know, probably the blood. Like, her hair's red. I don't really know why her hair is a different color than Iris is, but...
yeah, no, red hair means you have no soul, so Iris has
Oh my
no
god!
soul.
You're so right! I forgot about that. She's just an angry
was a
person.
joke.
She just... but it makes sense. In my opinion, it makes sense.
Just
Did you find
before
the
we
poison?
before we get too far, thallium,
Oh my
really
God.
good, hard to detect. I'm now on a list for this search.
Yeah, we're gonna all be put on a list because of it.
I've been on a list. It's not bad. You get some commentary on your gameplay from the FBI agent every once in a while.
Oh, I'm so excited to be a part of the list. I've never been a part of something like that before.
Listen, the NSA is watching everybody. It doesn't fucking matter. We know this because Edward Snowden is hiding in Russia. I don't know where he is.
Who? Like from
Okay, never mind. Edward Snowden, I'm going to kill you. You almost made me call you the F slur again because Edward Snowden's going on the
Again.
list is another episode I have to do.
Again.
I've done it before. I'll do it
Yeah.
again. Use that audio context out of clip out of context as much as you want.
Yeah, I feel that's not gonna get people to listen to the show.
I've done it before and I'll do it again.
Stand back, guys. I'm going to break out a slur.
What if we say slur? No, don't
Let's
actually
not.
do that. I was gonna say if we actually say a slur, which I doubt we ever will, use the COD zombie noises for that. That's how you know.
Sure, actually, I'll do that.
So
Anyway, Ace Attorney.
anyways, Ace Attorney, Dahlia caused a lot of problems. The whole third game, a lot of it is her fault. She's kind of a bitch. You may go to the next slide. That's pretty much it for like the main characters that I wanted to talk about. Connor, I need you to do something for me. I need you to rapid fire click, but you gotta click after. No! Go back. I wasn't done talking. I said but after you done for it.
I heard the first instruction. I'm like, I got this. Don't worry. I'm not gonna let you down. And then here we are.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, I will do whatever you ask.
I'm crying. Oh.
Love you, Ray.
I was like, oh my god, I'm dying a little bit. Ugh. I'm crying so much the nose whistle is back. Oh, it's not. No, it's not. It's gone. I had one nose whistle. You're lucky it's not here anymore. Oh my god. So, before you get too excited and click multiple times.
So I clicked multiple times. I got it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you. You've wronged me so many times today. This is the peak. Oh my god, I'm dying a little. Oh, Jesus. I was gonna say, okay, I'm gonna try again, but I was like, no, I need to. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm laughing so much.
We should never, ever, ever, ever have anyone screen record this except Connor. In fact, for Connor's episode, someone else should be at the helm because this.
Oh, you're so right. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. The audio is probably gonna be so loud on my
That's
end.
fine.
It's
Fix it
okay.
in post, Connor.
That's why it's
I turned it
separated so I
down.
can fix it.
Yeah, that's true. I turned it down this time a little bit more, so hopefully I won't blow up the audio. Okay, so Connor, as I say names, I'm gonna ask you to click for don't do
You
it.
said my
No,
name.
actually-
Does that count?
No, it does not count. These are character names. I don't know if I can explain it without having it not make any sense. Okay, so I need you. Once I say a name. Oh shit! How am I gonna start this? Okay, so.
I wasn't even a joke the first time when it started hitting it. I was genuinely just like, all right, I got this.
I think this is so
I can do this.
this is so good.
I'm helping.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay. Basically, what's gonna happen? There's gonna be a picture because you're gonna click. There's gonna be a picture. And don't do it. There's gonna be a picture. I'm gonna say the name, and then you're gonna click again for the next character, and I'm gonna say the name. So it's kind of like a rapid fire. So I'm gonna be like this, and then you're gonna click as I kind of go. I'll like slow down or tell you to stop if it's kind of out of sync, but hopefully it'll be kind of straightforward. Like take your time. Don't rapid fire.
Run
like
as
a-
fast as
like
I
a-
can. Got it.
Like a machine gun. Just do it like a shotgun and take your time. Okay? Okay.
What about
It's
shotguns?
gonna make a very
Never
dark
mind.
joke, but I
It
won't.
takes you have to
Hey.
like load it, so it takes longer.
You're gonna
than-
talk about Kurt Cobain. I get it.
No, that wasn't it. But
Oh, okay.
Instructions
Anyway.
clear?
yes,
The
Instructions unclear. Dick stuck in PowerPoint presentation.
yeah. Slam it hit space as many times as possible. Got it.
Okay.
I can do this.
Click once.
But you didn't say
This
a
is-
character name.
I'm saying it right now. Okay, Maggie Bird. This is Maggie Bird. Go. This is Lotta Hart. And this is Wendy Oldbag. And then we've got Adrian Andrews.
That's Zero Suit Samus.
That is Zero Suit Samus. This is Marvin Grossberg. Then we got Winston Payne, but nobody likes Winston Payne, so we're just gonna ignore him.
It's really just.
I did that on purpose. I was really hoping.
This is Two-Face.
I was gonna say Two-Face and Alfred had a baby.
This is Shelley the Killer, somehow not arrested for just his name.
I'm thinking a bit of Penguin too.
Oh yeah, a little bit of Penguin. This is Penny Nichols. Then we got Will Powers. This is the only full body picture I had of him. This is Regina Barry. And this is Frank Sott, but we also don't like Frank Sott, so he's not gonna stay. Get rid of him.
But he was funny in the anime.
They're making the noise from Mario 64. Ooh, eh.
Wait, which one's that one?
And there are certain secrets in Mario 64 where if Mario stands in a spot for a little bit, he'll vanish and appear somewhere else. And it
Oh.
goes, "Ooh, eh." It makes a weird noise. I don't know how I can kind of make it.
That's a deep cut.
I've never played Mario 64. I stole that joke from another YouTuber. Grapefruit, great YouTube channel. Love his stuff.
Wow, you source to source. Proud of you. This is Blue Badger.
I'm off the channel.
I'll be careful.
You are.
I'll make sure to cut it out.
I mean,
Don't
okay,
worry.
Specifically that. Okay, this is Blue Badger. Go, Connor. Yeah, Mike Meekins as well. And then we've got The Judge, who we were affectionately talking about because we love him. And we got the best character.
Wow.
Drum roll, please.
Missile.
Oh, cool.
Dog.
Missile the dog. We love Missile. Keep clicking, Connor. There's like a few more. We love him. We respect him. We stan him. Missile is our hero. He's our messiah. He
What kind of missile?
ties this whole a
Air to air? Intercontinental ballistic missile? Trident 2?
You're the War
Minuteman
Crimes
3.
expert, not me. But yeah, terms of characters, peak characters, Missile. That's pretty much all I gotta say. You can go to the next slide. I need to hold on, I gotta drink water for a second. This is a list of, this is not related to, anyways. This is a list of some of the names from the series. I'm not gonna read them all because I don't care. But there's kind of has a funky little name scheme, you know. Frank saw it, like I said before.
You put Will. Oh, these are a list of the names, I guess.
Yeah, I already put Frank and Will, and I think I put Penny in here as well. I kind of found that these characters. The previous slide, the point of that slide, because I kind of forgot to say it, was that these are reoccurring characters in more than one game. So it's not necessarily just the trilogy that we're looking at, but like other games as well. There's like reoccurring characters that aren't just main characters. So just that was what the point was, and that's why I wanted it to go like bang, 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 bang. But alas, it didn't happen, and that's fine. But it's whatever happens, whatever works.
It was funnier this way.
It was funnier this way. But yeah, that's all that is for this slide. So you may continue.
Gene Armstrong, wasn't he the first man on the moon?
Yes.
Angel
and
Starr,
he-
isn't that the guy who plays Homelander?
Keep it going. You're 2 for 2.
Jack Hammer. Isn't
The Tool?
isn't he the bad guy in Iron Man 2?
Hell yeah. Keep it up. 3 for 3.
Will Powers. What kind of powers does he have? Red, white. What about blue? I'm running out of jokes here. I'm reading.
Okay, second row, second from the bottom.
Bikini. That's not a name, dumbass. That's a clothing piece.
Next slide.
Her name is Sister Bikini as well. She's basically the equivalent of Unknown. She's a spirit medium. So, as well as there's like dead people, because you do like a lot of the cases you do are murder cases. I think there's just one that isn't, and that's in the fifth game, I think. These are some dead people that are kind of important. As you can see, Mia in the bottom left corner, she is a reoccurring dead character, so even though she's dead, she comes back as a spirit and also as a living, because there's prequel pieces.
Does Phoenix Wright get comfort from the constant interactions with Mia and in knowing there's an afterlife, or discomfort from seeing a ghost all the time?
I don't think his one brain cell can even fully comprehend it.
I truly don't think that he's...
Connor's answers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stupid motherfucker.
You're very much right.
The one brain cell is committed to thoughts of Miles, so you can't.
Only justice and only gay.
Afterlife. Yeah.
They kind of talk about
constantly.
They talk about death in this game as if like they're just kind of hanging out in the spirit realm, like at a party. It doesn't seem like there's much for an afterlife other than just like, all right, well, we're just kind of watching everybody. We got Misty right next to Mia. Misty is Mia's mom. That was a lot of M's. But Misty actually went missing when the DL6 incident happened, which is when Phoenix and Edgeworth were young lads, which was the case where Gregory Edgeworth passed away, who was the guy on the very right. Gregory is obviously Edgeworth's dad, and he does come back as a major character as well in the investigation game, so you get to play as him briefly. Greg. We love Greg. He kind of looks like a Greg. And the guy right next to him is named Terry Falls. He's not that important, but I liked. I mean, yeah, there's a waterfall involved, so you're not too far off, I guess. He does die. He's only in one case, but I think he's a very he was the character that caused Mia's trauma, so his death was very influential, and that's kind of why I thought he was an important dead guy. Although he had some weird implications about dating Dahlia when she was younger, because I think when this happened she was like 13 or 14 or something like that, and he was under the impression that he was dating Dahlia, but he, I believe, is like in his late 20s or early 30s, and I was like, no, okay, maybe it's not that bad that he's dead, but also holy shit. So that's good. The person next to Misty on the third from the bottom, from the left, that is Elise Dusium. I don't actually know how to pronounce her last name, but that's basically Misty, but like not
Pokemon.
Dead. From Pokemon. This is her when she's a dark type gym leader instead, or no, psychic type. Why was I? That's the perfect. I fucked my own joke. No. Okay.
I
that's
believe
fine.
you mean Pikachu
It's
type.
okay. We'll cut that out and
Pikachu
you can
type.
just do it again.
More like psychic type. Yeah, no, I'm fine. Doesn't matter. It's okay. Elise actually pretends to be, or Misty pretends to be Elise, who is a children's writer, and actually sees Maya, who is also her daughter, and doesn't tell her that, hey, I'm your mom. She's just like, hi, I'm Elise, I'm a children's writer, I'm gonna go hang out with your cousin, bye. And then she dies shortly after. So it's kind of, she's got a weird kind of method of doing so, but she did go missing because like her name was heavily like pelted on, like a pellet gun or a paint gun. But that will be talked about a little bit later, and it will be brief, I promise. Go to the next slide. Sidekicks. You get them. We've already seen them. There's Maya, there's Pearl, there's Emma, and technically Franziska also is a sidekick of yours. She helps you investigate in one of the cases, which normally is what Maya does. Sometimes Gumshoe does it too, but he's kind of he stays in his own place kind of thing. Sidekicks are those that like follow you around. Franziska follows you around for at least like a few of the investigation cases. And there's this comment that Phoenix makes that she's so openly hostile that it's almost kind of cute. I don't know if that was like meant to be who knows what it was meant to be. I don't know. But she's helping you out even though she hates you openly, and she will actively assault you with her whip if you say one thing wrong, but she's there to help you. For some reason they're young teenage or young female sidekicks, don't know why, that's just how it is.
It's like Doctor Who.
It
has to be an attractive lady as
it does have
to companion.
I mean, there's already 2 Doctor Who connections right now. A third one maybe with this. This might be the Doctor Who. Get to the next slide.
Doctor Who.
Okay. And then there's prosecutors. So the prosecutors, they're your enemies at first, but after you beat them so hard, you ruin not only their life but their reputation. You turn their lives around, and then they just kind of are like, hey, you're cool. Actually, I wanna help you out. Not just prosecutors, also bad guys are villainous-ish or like not morally good characters. So
proof that right is the top.
Huh?
Never mind. Keep going.
What did you say?
Like, wait, what's your...
You kind of cut out on my end. What did you say?
Oh, it cut out? Yeah, I was just calling Phoenix a top. It's fine.
Oh. It's funny because he's like on the very bottom. But
top right is my Joker moment.
Keep going. Just ignore both of us. Just keep going, dear. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Podcast insanity is setting in.
Oh, God. Man. So, some of them are prosecutors, like Miles and Franziska and Godo. And there's some other prosecutors in the future, too, that help you out. But these are the ones that are in this game that I'm going to talk about. There's also Dick Gumshoe, who technically works against you, but actively helps you the entire time. And then there's Adrian Andrews, who she kind of lies like to you as a witness, and then she tries to like, she's like one of those characters that are like, I can't tell you the truth, I don't want to tell you the truth, because she's honestly under some like obligations, but she's not a great character at that point. But then she comes back and she's like, oh my god, let's like I'll help you guys talk about your history in Quran, and then she destroys stuff because she's great. Her character goes 180 completely. She was serious, and she had like mayhaps a lesbian lover. I assume maybe it was Celeste. Celeste something was her name. It might be in the list, but it was kind of gay. I don't know. Also, people ship Adrian and Franziska, which I think is adorable too, because they also have a relationship in terms of like friendship and stuff. So who knows? 2 girls can be friends as well as 2 boys can be friends, but this is a video game and I'm going to ship them because I want to. Godo kind of helps you at the last minute, so his case is a little bit different, but he's still a prosecutor that kind of helps you anyways. He's like, hey, I killed this person, but can you prove it?
I hope you know, when you said Godo, just the first syllable, I physically twitched towards the space button to change slides.
Just ready to serve.
That's you're too dedicated. I don't know.
I want to help.
I don't have enough good boy coins to go around. You're doing great, but you could go now. Go. There you go. Okay. So the drama, a little bit of drama. Spirit mediums. These are the Mia channeling thing, by the way. So Maya, that teenage teenage kid that's Phoenix's first sidekick, that's Mia, being channeled by Maya. They keep their clothes and their like hair, but the body and the face changed into who the person is being channeled, like who they're channeling.
And that's how we still get the boobs, despite Boob Lady being
That's
dead.
how we get the boobs. The reason why Mia is covering her titties in the bottom one is because she is being channeled by a 7-year-old, and so her clothes are so small, like it cannot cover. Normally like it is covered.
I hate
like,
everything about that sentence.
Yeah, no, that yeah.
It's not
sucks.
good. Like
That
it's kind
sucks.
of. I'm aware it sucks. It's not great. Like it could be totally avoided if A, they had pants, or B, Mia wasn't as bustable as she was. So
I don't say that word either.
I don't know what else to say.
Just
I
Boobage.
wanted to design this a
She's
different
been
way,
boobed.
like I don't know, changing just like a hairstyle or something.
Yeah, hairstyle. Yeah, or like face too. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to see it differently because this is how I've seen it playing the game. But I think you're right. The alternative would have been better. So spear mediums, in this case, we're kind of like, ooh, we're gonna involve them into the lot because hey, we could channel the dead. And that means we can help with investigations. So, the DL6 incident where Edgeworth's dad got kapooted by a gun, they brought in Misty, who's the mom of Mia and Maya, to be like, hey, can you channel the guy who died and tell us who killed him? And she channeled him. He told her the wrong answer. He thought that it was the security guard in the elevator because there was Edgeworth's dad, a security guard, and then the real killer, which was Manfred von Karma, aka the toothbrush up the ass. So he was the real killer, and
His most notable feature.
Yeah. Gregory didn't know who actually killed him, so he thought it was the security guard. Actually, I lied. He thought it was his son because
The security guard from
Miles
Five
through-
Nights at Freddy's?
yeah.
I'm sorry.
So-
I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You're good. So
Simply losing my mind.
simply losing my marbles, my ridges, if you will. Gregory thinks that maybe Edgeworth killed him, so that's why he said it was the security guard. Edgeworth did not actually kill his dad. He threw a gun because he got scared, and he tried, and it just kind of went off, but the bullet actually went into Von Karma instead of his dad. And that's when Von Karma was so pissed off, he killed his dad, and then we have the DL6 incident, which was solved like 18 or 11 years later, which was like too long. So that was the whole Misty being kind of exiled out of society. Like they called her a fraud, and that's why like the Fae name kind of had a bad rep and stuff like that. So like the spirit medium mixed with law was kind of like ooh, a little bit. But now you're kind of in the age where like let's bring it back because it's not actually fraud, and Von Karma sucks. Go to the next slide. Then we got more drama! This is game number 2. This is Morgan Faye, who is the mother of Pearl and Dahlia and Iris. What? They don't even look alike. They have 3 different hair colors. I don't know why. Morgan is the
Jeans,
shitty
man.
it's Jeans man. She technically had 2 like husbands. So Pearl and Dahlia and Iris are different dads, but the same mom, obviously.
Yeah, jeans, man.
Jeans man. Don't know where the red hair came from, but that's fine. So Morgan had the twins. Shit went down. Misty became the Kiran channeling like master in the village, but originally the older sibling is supposed to get it, and that was Morgan. So Morgan, out of revenge because her sister took her place, was like, this sucks. I'm gonna get revenge. I can't remember all the details, so we're just gonna speed run through it because I can't remember. Eventually, her twin girls, they kind of like she gets them away, I think. I don't really know what happened. It's described, I don't remember why, but Dahlia gets adopted by the Hawthorne family, and then Iris is sent to Hazakora Temple to become, like, a spirit medium, so they have very different lives. And Morgan was like, I need another child! And so she has Pearl, who is, like, the master, like, the very skilled kid, prodigy child. And so she's like, great, I need to kill Maya so that Pearl could become the master of Kirin. And it's like, oh, okay, so I guess we're doing, I think it's regicide is like killing your family and stuff, but...
Regicide is killing a king. Fratricide would be a brother. Sororicide would be a sister. Patricide, father.
Is mom.
Matricide, killing your father. What a child is in Latin, I do not know.
Fratricide is also the achievement
Kinder?
you get in the first
Kinder?
portal when you
That's
throw it
German.
into the companion cube into the incinerator.
Oh, sorry, what was that, Connor?
Fratricide, I'm pretty sure, is also the name of the achievement in Portal 1 when you throw the companion cube into the incinerator.
Yeah.
That's just
brother
a
killing.
theory.
What
though.
is it
A
called
game
when I
theory.
kill a child? Enter search
very
on
niche
Google.
reference.
Another list. Child murder by parents.
it's just murder.
Felicide.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This is technically killing her niece, but I will. I think that's probably
Wikipedia
the
list
best
of
answer.
types of killing. In the English language, terms for killing often end in the suffix side.
Send me the link. Ugh.
I just have to know.
I just have to know. For no specific purposes. So Morgan intends to kill her niece, not just once, but twice, because the first time doesn't work. The first time is in the first game. That's when Maya gets accused of murder again, or at least she tries to like put her in jail. But after that didn't work, she's like, all right, time to kill the kid. Morgan was found guilty, so I believe what happened was that she was on death row. Death row's a thing in this world too, which is kind of wild. Which I know is still, I think like, death row is legal in some states in the United States, but I know it's not legal here. I think. I can't remember. I learned that
The death penalty is not in use
you.
in Canada. The death
Yes.
penalty is in use in some states in the United States. I want to check and see who the last person killed in Canada was. Another Wikipedia search. You
from
can
the
keep
law,
going.
which is probably not.
Canadian killed by, I guess, execution. Last two people executed in Canada were Ronald Turpin
Ronald Reagan.
and Arthur Lucas.
Reagan.
It's something known as capital punishment. It's yeah. You get the rope. You get the yeah. We're talking about the fun stuff.
Good stuff. It remind me of the Green Mile or the Golden Mile? I think it's the Green Mile. The movie, yeah. That was a weird movie. I watched that while playing Monopoly with my dad like 10 years ago. So, she's in jail and I think she dies, but she sends a letter to Pearl to be like, hey, you need to channel your this person. She doesn't tell her that this person is her dead sister because Dahlia is also dead. Dahlia was put on death row and died because she's a criminal and crazy and fucking hate her. But with that, we're gonna move on to the next slide, which is the bridge to the Turnabout case. Last case of the third game. I love this case. It's really fun. I cried because it's fucking insane. The themes are good. The music's good. The characters are good. That's Bikini in the bottom left on the top picture with the makeup on. That's Sister Bikini. And that's Iris. And then right below that is Misty, who had just been stabbed. Love it. Maya wanted to be strong, like hella buff, psychic strong. And so she goes to Hazakura Temple, which, as I mentioned, that's where Iris went. So Phoenix is like, oh shit, Iris, that looks like the Dahlia that I dated when I was in college who tried to kill me. It was technically, they switched places a few times here and there, won't get into details, but Iris did have feelings for Phoenix. Also, somehow Dahlia and Iris knew of each other, even though they were sent separately. I don't know. I don't know how many holes are in this stuff, but I remember making more sense when I played it, but I'm sure I was just delusional. So they go do shenanigans. Shit goes ham. Fires happen. Bridges burn. Phoenix falls 100 feet into a river and somehow just gets a cold. And then you get to become Edgeworth. And then you get to go take pictures with Gumshoe. And then you get to talk about Madonna with Bikini, which is not a lie. It's you talk about Material Girl, which is funny. Then Elise does Dusnim. I never actually looked at the pronunciation.
I don't know.
This one she dies. It's later revealed that it's Misty. Nobody knows that until like later on. But essentially, oh, I remember. So Morgan didn't want her twins because they can't channel spirits. So that's why she kind of sent them away. And then she had Pearl, who can do pretty much the opposite. She's like a great spirit medium. Essentially, Dahlia hates Mia so much because they had their trial shit together. It's past stuff. That's why Mia had such a traumatizing time, was because of Dahlia, and Dahlia went to jail because of Mia. So she's like, I'm dead, but I need to destroy Mia, and since she's already dead too, I gotta destroy her sister. So Dahlia is like, Morgan's like, hey, Dahlia, before you die, do you want to like help kill my niece, your cousin, for me? And Dahlia's like, well, I got nothing better to do when I'm a ghost, so sure, why not? And so they trick Pearl to try and channel her. Doesn't work. Other people do it. A lot of confusion happens. Pearl is just trying to fucking read a story, and she spills gravy on shit, and everything's
As you
crazy.
do.
But as you do, you may go to the next slide. There's more. There is more. This is the last slide regarding this stuff, so don't worry about it. Morgan. Yeah, I kind of already said this stuff anyways, but yeah, Morgan was. She was crazy. Not really a great family reunion, but it's whatever. Oh yeah. So sorry, I'm like reading the slides as if I'm doing a presentation in front of class. I'm stupid. Godo. Don't go. Don't.
Oh, I twitched.
I can feel it. I can feel it from here. Godo was also involved, but he was involved because he didn't want Maya to die. Because people kept thinking that she was dead after they couldn't find her body, but Maya actually was channeling Dahlia. So, she's not actually dead, which is good, because Godo didn't want her dead. But instead, he tried to kill Dahlia, who was then channeled by Misty. And so, there's just a lot of murder, a lot of confusion. Godo goes to jail, but he does it with pride because he has self-loathing issues. He blames himself, but then he also blamed Phoenix because he's like, Phoenix, I hate you. My girlfriend is dead. And he's like, I don't know who you are. So, a lot of shit goes down. Larry, this is where Larry comes in. He does a bunch of fucking weird shit. If you want to click twice for me. The first picture is Dahlia when her spirit is so pissed off, she goes to like super hell, like from Supernatural. But the second one is Larry, who drew this beautiful picture, but originally the picture is is where the girl is flying instead of dangling under the bridge. He drew this beautiful picture, which caused the whole court to explode. It's one of the stupidest cases I've ever played by. I love it to death. You can click 2 more times for me. There's just some other pictures from the case I thought was really fun. That's Iris on the top trying to help out, which is clearly
that
not
top
helping.
left one looks questionable, but
Yeah, that's not the real murder weapon. She's just shoving a weird sword. I'm helping! She's just shoving a weird sword inside of her aunt, so it's fine. The one below it, is Dahlia being channeled by Misty, who Godo uses her staff with the sword in it to stab her with because he didn't realize that he's kind of stupid. He thought it was Dahlia. He's like, I gotta kill her, and he's like, I forgot that she's dead. Maybe he didn't know she was dead. I'm pretty sure he knew she was dead. I think he's just sad. He's sad. He's a sad man. But yeah, overall, Misty's dead. Everyone's where they need to be. Godo's in jail. Click 1 more time for me. I don't know about you, but that lady looks real dead, pal. I don't know what else to say.
thanks for the input, buddy.
Thanks, Balthus.
I love Balthus. Okay, you can go to the next slide. Okay. I only have 1 slide on this, don't worry. What the fuck is the law system? The law system's weird, okay? Lawyers and prosecutors, they're completely different things. Lawyers, but apparently can investigate, like detectives. They can't. It's been talked about in the game, where you can't. But he does it anyways, and somehow doesn't get arrested for that, even though there's a lot of things that he says that he shouldn't be saying, because it's illegal. Prosecutors are basically Law Jesus. Edgeworth, everybody's basically Edgeworth's bitch. I said Gumshoe was Edgeworth's bitch. Everyone is his bitch, including Phoenix, even though he's the bottom. The law system in the game is actually meant to be a hybrid between...
Bienvenue, Power Bottoms.
Bienvenue, Power Bottoms. The system, the law system, like, it doesn't look familiar to us. Like, it's a very different court setup. I'm sure you guys probably don't remember, but there was the court, the courthouse from like the second slide, what it looks like when you're like, oh, the jury's like, oh my god, what's happening? It's meant to be like Japan styled, but like the legal system itself is also kind of a hybrid between the two, just like the world. Which we'll go into the next one. Let me go to the next slide. Japanifornia, that's what it is. Originally, it was meant to be America, but then they brought in influence from Japan, and I have a quote here because I did not want to rewrite it because I was so tired. But the localization of the game adapts the story to take place in an alternate universe of Los Angeles, because it's the top right picture literally is like Los Angeles night, and this is like then a murder happens and so much stuff goes on. In which Japanese culture has been allowed to flourish and blend into American culture instead of being met with fierce historical resistance as in real life. So, This is why it's got weird confusions, and that's why sushi or
The
burgers.
Imperial Japanese
there's
Army
mountains.
won World War II.
Yeah, that's why there's mountains in Los Angeles.
There were
Yeah.
no mountains before in around the Los Angeles area.
Yeah, they just kind of sprouted once Japan was like, "Hey, can we come in?" And then America's like, "Yeah." I don't know
At least they
anything
got-
about.
The Imperial Japanese Army actually had the power to slide continental plates around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's plenty of mountains nearby to Los Angeles, but I'll tell you one thing that's not in Los Angeles from that bottom right picture is nice, electrified public transport.
Nice.
I was waiting when you said nice. I was looking for like either a 69 or an Among Us somewhere. I was like, where are you fucking looking? I don't. But yeah,
The
you're right.
Rock.
Trains. Oh
The
yeah.
chair.
The
Anything.
chair.
I
Please
see it everywhere.
give me a sign. I live for memes. It's my blood. Yeah. So this kind of it. Japanifornia was a weird one. They refer to like the first 3 games the place as America, and then eventually it turns into Japanifornia by the 5th game, I think. Next slide, please. Now we get to go to the breakdowns. My favorite part. Yay! I love this part. So people go fucking bonkers when they realize that they've been caught with murder, which is crazy. Like who would think that, right? Who would think that being caught with murder would be a thing while doing murder? Ray Richardson, 2024. So, we've got my favorite examples here. Audio listeners, just go look up breakdowns, Ace Attorney. You'll find some great
Just
ones.
figure it out.
Just figure it out. Imagine
Just
a lady
imagine
turning on
someone-
fire. Imagine a guy laughing so hard he dies. Imagine someone
Getting struck by lightning, I guess.
getting struck by lightning. Yeah, Damon Gann has a really weird one.
Imagine
that's not even his,
mushing
like,
your face
final
around
breakdown.
like it's made of gum.
Yeah, pretty much. And then there's Red White. Red White, by the way, who has purple hair, a blue tie, pink suit. Oh, and Blue Corp. Blue Corp is his business. Insane first trial. That's the second trial. The second trial we actually get to investigate and shit. Insane. Crazy stuff. But yeah. The one with Dahlia on the top right is from the anime, but the one from the game is infinitely better. I just couldn't get the GIF that I wanted to work because for some reason Google Slides doesn't want GIFs anymore. They converted it to like H something DV whatever, and now it doesn't actually transfer, which is good. It did that like right in the middle as I was putting this together.
The butterfly's turning to ash. Sick as fuck.
Oh, I forgot about that part. Yeah, she just has butterflies around her, and then as soon as she gets like really pissed off at Mia's like, "Hey, you killed this guy," she's like, "No, I didn't," and then the butterflies die. And my favorite breakdown I can't show because it's not from the first 3 games. Once we get to the 4th game, I will talk about it for hours. I will not talk about it for hours. I'll probably talk for like 20 seconds and then we'll move on. But it's really good. You may go to the next slide, please. We've reached almost the end. Don't worry, we'll go by fast. But we know. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts.
Why did you just write "do
About-
it, whores"?
What are we doing?
And y'all
What are we
know
doing?
what my last point is. I said guess. Guess. I fucking dare you.
Oh,
What do you? What do
your
you
last
think?
point?
Yeah. What do you think my last point is?
you don't like these games?
Ouch.
Um,
Are you just saying that because you don't like this game?
I'm neutral on the games. I've never played it.
That's fine.
he has no
You will
idea.
I like
what we're
listening to you
talking
talk about it, but
You will play them. This is a thing that will
Hold
happen.
on, I'm gonna go pull up the Google.
Don't pull up.
Were you like
My
whipping it?
don't pull up my slideshow.
I meant
do
to
not.
just like
Don't do
I'm
it.
You're gonna-
cheating. You can't stop me. I'm cheating.
Don't stop it.
Oh,
Okay. Both of you
right.
guys are
I
gonna
got
make me
reminded.
cry in one
It's gay
episode. This will
porn.
be a new record.
It's gay
Wait,
porn.
it's not gay porn, but it is gay.
It's gay porn. Yeah.
It's not gay porn. Did you actually look?
Yes. I mean, I
Damn
looked
it.
before and was reminded that we were gonna get to
Oh,
this point, and then I
right.
forgot, and then I reminded myself again. It's gay porn. Just click the next slide, Connor. Didn't
Damn.
we take
Damn,
this
you weren't
screenshot
kidding.
while playing with each other?
This is from the internet, but I'm very confident that
Honestly,
we
if
also
you
took
wanted,
the
if you
screenshot.
wanted to put in that edit you did of me, where you put the text
Oh my
at the
God.
bottom with my hat over top of my headphones,
I will
if
send
you
both
put
the
that
edits
in,
that we
would've been
did.
hilarious.
I'll put both edits because there's one of me too. I think.
I have no
I'll
idea
put-
what you're talking about.
We played the game. We made some edits.
And we insulted each other.
We insulted each other, called each other the F slur.
Okay.
This is the peak moment where the games, everyone played it, was like, oh shit, Edgeworth and Wright are very gay for each
They're
other.
so gay.
Localization wise, this is what it is, but also in the Japanese version,
No,
the
this is
original text,
intentional.
it's intentional, very much
It's
so.
intentional.
Writers, the original, I did research on this like a long time ago, and I could be very wrong, but the research on the relationship between Edgeworth and Phoenix was inspired by rising numbers in interest in BL manga, which, if you guys don't know what that is boy love. That's what BL stands for. Also known as yaoi, but not necessarily explicit. BL isn't.
Yeah, I've
necessarily,
played
like...
South Park and the Fractured Butthole. I know what yaoi
Oh my
is.
god, I forgot! South Park talks about that.
South
Great!
Park.
So you know exactly what I'm talking
I hear
about.
yaoi. I hear yaoi, and all I think is South Park.
Tweaking Craig forever.
Interesting way for the timeline to go.
What a stretch. Yeah, that works. So there's some inspiration. It's not necessarily what it's based off of, but it's in the time of like when it started to get popular. But yeah, this is kind of where it is. There's lots of weird like official things of pairings of Phoenix and Miles. Oh, and there's also like a issue in Nintendo magazine where they talk about couples in video games. So talk about like Link and Zelda and Mario and Peach, and then there's like, this isn't obviously a Nintendo game, but it's or no, was it Nintendo? It was a video game magazine, but they talked about like mainstream video games, and they talked about one of the most popular pairings that people are openly expressing
Sonic
is the
and
Miles and Sonic and Sham. I bet that was on there. Miles and Phoenix, which yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna regret this, that's fine. Go to the next slide. These are various pins that I found on my Pinterest board. These are my favorites, personally. The one, there's one where Miles is like going on a chair to kiss Phoenix, which is a little like suggestive, but it's not like explicit. That one is one
That's
of
a
the most
work
popular.
safety violation.
Phoenix, right?
That chair's gonna tip over.
Well,
It's gonna
we'll
be
learn the
really
hard way, I guess.
cute when they land on each other. Yeah.
it's gonna
Support
suck.
gay
but
rights.
It's
I am
not
gay.
gonna-
He's dodging the question.
Dodging the question. Yeah. So a lot of people really love them as like they're very wholesome. Like there's more wholesome stuff about them. Like you think the internet would corrupt them. It does, but there's like one piece of art that
One Piece?
when I first.
You haven't even watched that show. Why are you saying that?
Well, yeah.
It's
This is like
funny.
gut reaction because my sister and I do that all the time.
Oh,
It's like a knee-jerk reaction.
oh my god, you have a lot of knee-jerk reactions.
Yes.
I need therapy.
Yes. I don't need therapy. I have plastic.
That could be taken in different ways, but that's okay.
What do you mean?
No, I'm not going to elaborate. So
Elaborate.
I'm not going to. There's a piece of art that when I first talked about Ace Attorney in our one friend's server, Ethan sent one of the most not loved but very well done picture of like Miles and Phoenix. And I'm not gonna describe it much, but it's just a weird one, and you can put it up if you want to. I'll send it later, but
I gotta
if you're an Ace
scroll
Attorney,
all the way back up in the gay spot channel. To
this
find
is
what you're
this
looking
is
at.
years ago, like at least a year ago. Ace Attorney fans will probably know what I'm talking about, but it's one where like Edgeworth isn't the bottom, he's the top, but it's nothing explicit, it's just a weird one. I will point out, because I'm this delusional and crazy, the bottom left picture is from a specific fanfiction called The Wedding Planners, and it is the best Phoenix Wright Miles Edgeworth fanfiction I've ever read. It's the cutest thing ever. I'm not normally an alternate universe fanfiction reader. I don't really, honestly, I don't really read a lot of fanfiction. It's, believe it or not.
That's a lie.
But that one, I read one series over and over again, and that's it. That's literally, and then Wedding Planners is another one. I think that's pretty much the only one that I, reread at least a few times. Otherwise, I write my own. Okay, no, I'm not. So, that one's from Wedding Planners, and it's one of my favorite, things. Again, I'm not super into AUs, but that one was really well done. It's short, too. I think it's, maybe 20,000 words, but it's, 10 chapters, 11 chapters or something. It's such a heart-gripping Hallmark bullshit thing, but it's crazy. It sparked such insane talent in art and writing, and it's like, dude, what? Video games and media and anything just make such insane stuff that sometimes you're like, God, I love the internet, and sometimes I'm like, I wish I never opened my computer, and I hope that I go blind the next day. Sometimes one or the other. This is mostly I'm in love with it, but you gotta avoid certain places. You can go to the next slide. This is the second last slide. This is the merchandise that I have, including a comic that I wrote when I first started university. There's Laws of Attraction. That was the first zine I ever purchased, and it's currently the only zine. I think I have like 2 technically, but this is like the one that I actually like wanted. I put the artists and stuff on there. You can't really read it, but I can always post another somewhere, a place or whatever. It is a beautiful piece of art and writing from multiple artists. It's where people come together as a community to talk about how much they love these 2 grown men loving each other as a beautiful married couple. And then on the right, I have a Phoenix and Miles plushie that I bought, and I'm not going to say how much it was, but it was very worth it, and I love them dearly.
Tell us how much it was.
$1 million.
It was $1 million. No. I'm not going to tell you how much
How much was it?
Definitely not.
I should.
No.
How much
Okay,
was
I will
it?
say.
Here,
No, you won't be able to find it because it's different price now, but it is less than my purchase from Fire Emblem Engage, if you guys remember how much that was.
Oh, so under
Oh,
$100?
You're okay.
No, it's under $120.
That's not good, Ray. That could be $110.
You have no excuse. You spent over $100 this weekend.
Yeah, on... Look, I'm not saying...
I didn't find whatever hardcore like Edgeworth porn you were talking about, but I did find one GIF of Edgeworth pointing and saying "very sus." That one's for Connor.
Nice.
Excellent.
How much were the
Nice.
plushies?
Hmm?
How much?
I'm not. I told you.
I
what the-
wanna know.
It's under 120. That's all I'm gonna
That's
say.
not good. So it's 119.
$119.99.
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember how much it was with shipping, but I remember how much it was baseline, because I got it as a Kickstarter, so I waited like 6 months for it, which is honestly not that bad. Because you kind of forget about it, and then you're like, oh shit, this thing is coming. I totally forgot that I did that. But the bottom, there's also like prints and stickers. I just didn't put them on there because most of them were gifts, so I just didn't like. There was like no point in showing them, because like if you want them, go look at the artist. Just go find Phoenix Wright and Miles artist. It's great. The comic I wrote down there. I was struggling through university because my first year in university was in COVID, so everything was online for me, and I was like, man, should I just drop out of college? And then I'm looking back at the plushies and I say, what do you... Okay, hold on. I actually gotta look at the picture because I want to describe it for audio listeners. It is art! No, it's not that big of art, but... I realized that if I make the image bigger, it'll affect the PowerPoint. But that's fine. I'm at my desk doing schoolwork, and I'm like, man, I'm having a hard time with school. And then I look back and I say, what do you think I should do, Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth from Ace Attorney TM? And I stare and I drew the plushies just sitting on my little spot that I have them on. And I pull back from my desk and I say, you're right. I'm gonna drop out and become a stripper. That's what I felt in that moment, and it brought me inspiration. Yeah, that's all I'm willing to
comic.
share. Thank you.
Beautiful.
But yeah, you can click one more time because I am now done my presentation. Here's my favorite memes. Missile as the lawyer that we all wanted but never got. And the judge, because I love the judge. And there's also
Is that a Zelda CDI edit in the bottom?
I put that. See,
Yeah.
that's one I did find in GameSpot, I think.
that one I'm pretty sure I've shared before. That one's pretty good. There's always some weird niche like crossover from stuff like that. I mean, this isn't a really niche one. Like CDI Legend of Zelda is pretty not well known, but it's more known than being a niche thing, quote unquote. Yeah, that's all. That's all I got. Thank you
Slowly
for letting me talk
trail
about my.
off.
That one was pretty. Yeah, that was pretty wild. But
I'm sorry for
hey,
interrupting.
now the whole world knows that I'm one of those people that ship 2 grown men because I think it's wholesome.
Now the
love
whole
it.
world knows I'm gay. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, they made rings for Edgeworth and Miles that are Edgeworth and Phoenix. That was another thing that I forgot. It's literally called like Material crown. It looks like engagement rings. I just found it. I've completely forgot about that. No wonder people think they're fucking gay. They made
Because they are.
because they are. They're like, guys, wake up, America, wake up. Oh God. Yeah.
Alright. Good
Well,
podcast. I
Thanks.
learned so much.
I probably
Did you?
don't have to break this
Yeah.
into 2 episodes. I don't. Should be short enough.
Dude, we're closing in on 2 hours. You're fine.
I don't
I'm sure
think
there's
we
lots
are.
of shit you can cut because
You're
of probably.
fine.
I think I'll keep it one
Like
episode.
5 to 10.
Or
this will be
what
one
I'll do is
episode.
I'll
Just-
break it
just-
into 2 episodes so I have more
the
time
more-
to finish my next
The more
presentation.
you talk, the more likely it's going to be broken up.
Nah, I'll keep it as 1. I think.
If you
Alright,
split
hit it.
them,
Alright,
that means
well.
you're splitting the boys.
Good presentation. I don't care.
Thank you. Well,
They can be separated.
we're not.
They're straight in my
Hit
head,
it,
canon.
Murder. Death sentence.
Murder of the 3rd degree. Quick, someone call Phoenix Wright. The case is about to start. Oh,
Alright,
okay,
well,
I'm done.
Good presentation, Ray. Thank you for
Thank
presenting.
you.
You
You'll-
thank the listeners, or
Yeah, thank you for listening. I guess I should let you do
Thank-
the outro, huh, Ray? Started doing it force of
I
habit,
don't care.
huh?
Thanks. I mean, thank you, listeners, for man, just go and like go outside, touch grass or something like
go
that.
read some yaoi, listeners. Go commit to the bit. Go love Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth. It's great. It's good for the soul. Heals the
If-
mind. Makes you feel better about this world. That there can be some hope. And if you don't,
But if you want some
are
raunchy
dead to
stuff,
me.
you can let me know. I know a few things from my time on the internet. So
From that Kindle
if you
I
want
got
the
behind
dark
the
si-
Shoppers Drug Mart.
full circle, yes. Ugh.
Call back.
Yeah,
for
call
the
back.
scoreboard. Woo!
Connor will never edit it in.
Oh, why would
Can
I?
you make a little like callback count now?
Nah,
No.
they have to
I'm
go
giving
back
you
and
more
listen
work.
to the entire previous episode to understand it. We gotta milk the views
Well,
here,
that means
Ray.
they have
Think-
to. That means
think
that they have to
logically.
listen. That's true. Okay, fair point. Well, then they won't know. Just put the count. You don't have to say which one it's from. Just be like, hey, it's from one of the previous ones. You never know which one.
Just the one before this one.
Just the one before this one. Whichever that might be.
They have a number in the title.
Episode 5.
It's Ethan's last episode about Edmonton.
All right, next.
Art.
Anyway,
Arguably
Ray,
much more interesting.
Ray did the art. The art's really good on the that you saw on the thumbnail. Connor did the editing, and I did the funny. Thank you for listening to Don't Even Get Me Started, a podcast about presentations about things. Please let me go home. Let me return to my family.
Please.
Anyway, I
Yes,
think that's
at
a good spot to end
gunpoint.
it. I'm going to stop recording.
Okay.
See you next episode, everyone.
have-
I don't know what it's
See
gonna
ya.
be, and I have to present it, so we'll see.
Oh hell yeah! That's so exciting!
Have a good night.
Yay!
Stopping
Bye.
now.